You're listening to the official Brain Dead podcast with
Oliver,
Grant,
Giles,
Jared,
and Billy. If you like what you hear, subscribe to us on SoundCloud and Twitter, or you can email us at braindeadpodcastofficial@gmail.com.
Previously on this recording session of the Brain Dead Podcast.
it's that
Masculine
mentality.
man,
It's
yeah.
that like boys like gross shit mentality that made me watch Two Girls One Cup.
Okay. Now join your Brain Dead boys as they embark on a treacherous journey into the world of anime. Grab your waifu body pillow and your favorite platter of sushi and enjoy the show.
So yeah, I guess going into anime from there a little bit. Do we want to? I know. In the case of Giles and Billy, a little bit, y'all aren't super into anime. Not even even with Oliver, not even super into anime.
But Jared has more on any YouTube, definitely. But Jared has the most on any of us here.
I've got a few shows that I've seen all the way through, but
what would you say out of the one you've seen? You would say is your favorite?
So we're probably gonna end up talking about this at one point. I like the first half of Sword Art, and I like what they're doing now. But one of my favorite shows.
OG Gun Gale and
You like the bread of
with
the
Alicization?
sandwich?
Alicization?
Yeah. I'm currently watching. I'm not caught
really?
up, but
I haven't watched that one. I need to watch it.
I've heard good stuff.
have you seen the movie? The movie's really good.
Is that the one where they're fighting like that final boss thing?
It's all like it's based off augmented reality.
Yeah, the animation in that one's fucking.
It's a really good movie.
Yeah.
I would recommend it. Like if Sword Art has been ruined for you based off like Gun Gale or any part of it, just pick up with the movie and then watch Alicization.
No, that sounds good. Anyways, so
no,
I'm just kidding.
There's one series. It's a Netflix original. It only has like 10 episodes or something. I don't remember how many exactly, but it's only one season. It's called Dragon Rider.
Yeah, I'm not actually seen it.
That's actually on my list. I was going to be watching
It's
that.
a really good show. It's because at no
Dragon
point do they
Prince.
just over sexualize anyone. There's not a whole lot of fan service or anything.
Yeah.
Which fan service is fine, but it's like it's one of the few shows where they don't. And there's not like any.
That's something that a lot of people that are not into anime, they don't understand that there's anime that is not solely fan service. A lot of people don't really realize that. And they just shit on it because what is it called? Freaking
Shit, you got him.
I got him.
No. It's the one where the two girls always look comfy and they're going on a
I don't know. That sounds kind of sexy.
shut the fuck up. Okay, so there's one where these two girls that they're basically riding around in a war destroyed world on a motorcycle, kind of like it's a chibi art. It's not.
There's another show that you remind me of. I don't remember the name, but it's the girl that rides around on the talking motorcycle.
But what?
There's a girl that rides around the talking motorcycle.
Where?
I don't remember.
Are you talking about Fully Cooley, or are you talking about?
Fully Cooley doesn't have a talking motorcycle.
No,
I'm gonna put
no.
that out there now.
It's about this girl.
I didn't say that. I don't know why I said that. Wow.
She travels to different cities and like they're all extremely different. It's based off an old comic.
That's the one I was just thinking of. Something Kino or something.
I think it's
Journey
Kino.
or something. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Kino's Journey. I think it's Kino's Journey.
I will just say, man, you did not prove anything. So every anime is fan service.
No, it is not.
Yes, it's Kino's Journey. There's actually like no fan service.
You know what I mean by fan service.
No, I know what you mean.
You know what I mean.
I've seen fan
them
service.
big titty bitches. You know.
Okay, so I will say I think one of the earliest anime bonding moments I had with both Oliver and Billy was literally getting drunk in a hotel room with them and showing them Monster Musume. So yes, I know I know fan service.
That is the definition of a harem. It is nothing but a bunch of monster girls fighting to marry this one human.
Yeah.
So
That's okay. That is not the definition.
I was about to say that's not the definition.
That is not, because you're not gonna shit on one of my favorite genres of anime.
I'm not saying that is exactly how every harem goes.
You said literal definition.
Hey, Jared,
I understand.
Hey, Jared, how did you feel about Tenchi Muyo? Don't tell me you've not seen Tenchi Muyo.
Wait, describe it real quick.
I'll cut your fucking head off.
Describe it.
So it's the one where fucking the kid is
That's
like,
the show.
he works at a shrine, or his grandpa runs a shrine or some shit. I
Runs a
barely
shrine?
remember. It's something, I don't know.
Okay.
And like there's a fucking demon in the mountain in like a cave or whatever, and it's like sealed there, and then he goes in being a doofus and unseals her, and then when she's unsealed, he's like, she's got a boner for him, and space aliens come down to arrest her because she's also like a fucking space pirate, and then they get a boner for him too. Like, I mean, this came out like early 90s. This is like so fucking old.
I wish you guys could see Jared's face.
No, I can't believe you've not seen this just because of how much you
I'm
like.
trying to remember it because there's a couple that are just like that.
So that's fair.
So that's the thing. I'm just trying to see if it's which one of the things it is.
I know I'm gonna show you like fucking.
You guys have
Legit.
You know, I only went halfway
watch
through that.
anime.
You've only made it halfway through that?
No. Okay, here's the thing. It's on my anime list. I got like maybe
Them
halfway
two
through
just
it.
talking about anime.
Because I actually saw it recently. Literally, I saw it earlier today. But no, I've
real
not
talk.
finished
This was
it.
on Toonami when I was a wee lad.
Yeah, I could tell.
I'd come home from school every day excited as shit to watch Titty Muyo because I did not know that it was called Tenchi Muyo. I couldn't understand. Again, I was maybe 5 years old. I was wee. And like, I was so hyped to see cute girls on TV.
Toonami popped a lot of people's like anime cherry. But
that was kind of the point, though.
Yeah, that really was. That was like the Bobobo and shit like that.
So you like Sword Art, the current Sword Art, not like as a whole.
Yeah, like I liked.
You like the bread of this sandwich.
Yeah,
Yes.
I liked the first arc. I liked Alfheim. I did not.
Did you like Alfheim?
It was okay. It was.
Again, I'm not into the villain stuff.
I did not like the villain. I liked the world building, and I liked.
I like magic. I like the magic.
Yeah, I liked the world, and like the villain was okay.
See,
but
I agree with you. A lot of people fucking hate Alfheim, but I like parts of it.
I liked the world itself.
It was still an interesting world, and like the game itself was.
There was that
pretty
weird,
neat.
it was that weird little, like, what's his, is it a sister or cousin that he lives with?
Oh yeah, that.
Oh yeah, that was kind of
This
weird.
is my sister, and we're not blood related.
So again, at that point, that's where I quit. I quit the show when they got a daughter. Him and
That was the one part of the first arc.
Oh,
yeah.
when they find their little AI daughters.
I thought you were talking about him and his.
I
was like, they don't.
I ignored that episode. That episode was.
No, you can't ignore it because it's a whole important arc.
No,
of
I
it.
know. You can ignore it.
It
You can ignore it.
continues.
Yeah,
You
like
can
it's
ignore it.
They
several
talk
episodes.
about it all the time.
I mean, hey, there's certain parts.
She's
of,
even in the Elfheim.
She saves them.
There's certain parts of just about like not every show, but a lot of shows where it's like I'll ignore this one tiny detail about it. That's how I am with that and Sword Art.
I didn't know a lot of Sword Art Live, but we'll get back to that after we'll get back to that in a second. Giles, what's your favorite?
My favorite, it's definitely, even though it's just fucking dripping with fan service, is Kill la Kill.
I would even say. I mean, have you seen? Fuck. Why?
Sausage.
No, motherfucker. Why am I blanking on this?
All right, well, Kill la Kill is cool.
Big
Right,
robots.
Yeah.
It's
Gundam?
no, Kill la Kill.
Darling
It's
in the
like
Franxx.
Evangelion or
Kill la Kill big robots.
Kill la Kill big robots? Tinkan Topa.
Gurren Lagann.
Gurren Lagann.
Yeah, have you seen Gurren Lagann?
I have.
Okay, did you like that?
I did.
Okay, cool. I was just like so mad. I was like, I'm picturing it. I'm picturing characters. I Simone, fucking.
Yeah.
I'm like, I got their names,
Kazuma.
and
I
I'm
like
like,
the way they try and
what's
justify.
it called?
I like the way they try and justify all the fan service in it in the third episode when they're
And
like,
which one? And Gurren Lagann or
in Kill la Kill, where they're like, you have to be one with the suit, and you can't be ashamed of it.
Well,
It
so
it has an overarching like theme, and it's
Real
trying to,
world.
I like it's not
trying
bad.
to do a message.
Yeah.
real
like-
world messages. They were like, it's about coming into your womanhood,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I don't think that's quite how that
I,
works.
but it's a lot to be said. I just think it's bad. It just
It's
has
a cool
badass
anime.
It's still
action,
badass.
and you know what? I'm allowed to like looking at anime girls.
You're
fighting.
allowed to like fan service. At the end of
Yeah.
the day, no one says you can't.
Like we were.
You're allowed to watch an anime about a girl becoming comfortable with her clothing.
It's not
Or
okay to watch a
uncomfortable.
mother finger her daughter though.
Yeah,
That
Wait,
part
hold
was
on.
weird.
Excuse me?
Oh, that was
there was
Oh, the
mother-
Sasuke, like
Yeah, that was mother-daughter.
That was,
Well, it wasn't like graphic
It
fingering,
wasn't-
but it was insinuating.
It was
fingering.
implied.
Yeah, it was like it's very like That was deliberate
It was
and
better.
weird.
Yeah,
I remember
Looking
we were
back-
watching this together.
That's my blocking out. Like you blocked out a cute little they had a fake baby.
You blocked out the lolly
blocked
daughter.
out-
You blocked out the mom incest.
I haven't made it that far. So
we
that's
were
probably what
watching
it
it.
is.
Oh yeah, you'll see.
Because I've seen it all recently with you.
Oh yeah, we
were
cannot
watching
spoil
it.
too much about it. Billy hasn't finished.
Yeah,
I'm only like 3 or 4 episodes into Kill Kill.
I'm just gonna talk about that one scene that we just mentioned, the fingering. I remember me and you watched that scene, and I watched it, and I looked at you. I was like, "Did she just make her come?" And I was
Yes.
did mom just make me come?
Yes.
That's it was such a weird. That show is good. It's badass. I
Hey,
love
it'd
the
be like that
characters.
sometimes.
But it be like that sometimes.
Sometimes you wake up and your mom's making you come, bro. Whoa.
Naughty America.
You got any?
Yeah, Naughty America.
You got any other honorable mentions?
His face is killing me right now.
Okay.
You're in for an awesome ride. That show's amazing. I had a top 5, I think, because I thought about it on the way here. Berserk is definitely up there.
Yes.
Watch
Well, no, even the new one is fine as far as getting the story.
Animation wise, that's what I'm thinking of.
Animation wise, it has rough
It was
moments.
weird.
Rough moments.
It's got a lot of rough moments.
Like 30-minute spans.
No, but no, real talk. Berserk is one of those ones that even I got into, the mangas and stuff. That's how much I liked it.
It's a cool universe.
Yep.
Next on the list was it was Future Diaries.
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
The original Yandere. Well, I guess not the original.
Oh, okay.
Not the original.
But a
I
very
guess.
good example of it.
Yes.
By the way, there's gonna be a lot of points where I'm sitting here just trying to figure out what the fuck you guys are talking about because some of the shows I'm
Mariah Nikki.
I remember the title in Japanese. Some of them I remember.
I never remember him in Japanese.
Okay,
so.
Sorry.
I just thought of another one that
I didn't like the yandere aspect of that show. It really creeped me out. Giles likes it a lot.
I want to ask you
like
a question then. What do you like more, yandere, tsundere, or kudere?
Do you know what Kudere is?
I don't remember which
Excuse
one
me?
Kudere is. I know the first
the
two.
difference.
It's kind of like what's it?
Kudere
Who's
Shy
a
Girl
good?
shit?
Yeah.
Kudere, definitely. I
Yeah,
like Shy
100%.
Girl.
Yeah, you're like a Hinata kind of guy.
Yeah, Hinata's my waifu.
Yeah, so.
Sorry.
I love kudere, but damn it, tsundere is so fucking cute.
I mean, I kind of like them all. It just
I
depends.
like-
You show me, you focus on a character, and I'm gonna be like, all right, she's waifu.
It depends.
Alright, your waifu.
That's a fair statement.
If they give a character that I think is cute a backstory, I'm like, all right,
Yeah,
I'm in.
I'm in for it.
Kudere
I care about it.
and tsundere. Those are my two favorites.
Again, the Yandere is fine with me. So that, Future Diaries, even
my girl, man.
Elfin
She's a ride or
Light,
die bitch.
that's Yandere.
Okay. I want to talk about this. She's the kind of bitch. She's the kind of bitch that would post on Facebook those kinds of statuses where it's just like, my man think he's gonna live a life when I'm dead. Nah, bitch, get in this casket.
No.
She's that bitch, 100%.
When she dies, she did. So I'm gonna
That's
do
fair.
whatever I want after she dies.
I'm just saying, she has that mentality.
Yeah, but she's also the girl's she's gonna take care of all my needs. And,
As long as I listen to her.
as long as I
I'm
listen to her and I don't, lust after other women, I'm good. And if she tries to attack me, I'll fight. Why not?
But here's the thing, she
You just think you can take her, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
You're just not afraid of a fight, even if it's with someone who supposedly loves you.
And is clinically
she might-
psychopathic.
Yeah, she come at me with a knife. I did
I can
martial
take a
arts for
knife.
20 years. I could just be like, no, give me, stop, smack her on the top of the head.
No, because
Bad.
I don't think that should be like that because she would die.
Don't
for
give
it.
me that look, Billy. She's coming at me with a knife in this hypothetical
if she-
situation.
Why is she coming at you with a
Okay,
she's a
real
freak.
talk. Okay,
Because he
spoiler
looked
warning.
at another girl's Facebook status.
Spoiler warning. That's not how that would go at all because she's a god.
Yeah,
By that point,
spoiler.
kill you.
That's a weird little line.
So she's a god. So she would come at you and you'd hit her, and she'd probably just be like, gravity doesn't work for you.
that
or
show
something.
gets fucking that
Your
show
heart
gets
stops.
muddy at the very
Your heart's
end.
done.
Well, I don't know what the hell's happening.
Yeah, I don't know how as a god she couldn't just make him love her, but
Thing is, he did, right?
Maybe it follows like the Genie 3 Wishes kind of rule.
Maybe it follows some dumb anime shit.
Anime's dumb, guys.
Oh, fuck. I just remember that stupid thing that I was scared of that Grant fucking said a while ago when we were playing video games where he's like, I'm going to attach you to a balloon and no one's going to ever see you again. I was like, oh no, it's so scary.
Okay, we'll talk about why that frightens you in a minute.
Yeah, dude.
Anything else
To
on
finish,
anymore?
the list just went on to like my hero
My Hero Good.
is
yeah.
my hero. I agree with the Mongoloid over there.
My Hero Good.
End of review.
I like Naruto a whole lot. I know it's a pretty basic anime.
Yeah, it's good though.
It's kind of my first one. I grew up with it. I like it a lot. Hinata's my waifu. It's alright. It's just good. It's good anime, but for a lot of people, it goes way too long.
Is that the one with the Dragon Balls?
No,
Is that the one where there's
that's
like?
Dragon Ball.
Is that the one?
That
with
doesn't sound right, though.
Is that the one with the Soul Reapers?
No, that's Soul Reaper. That's Soul Eater.
No, that's.
Is
Guys,
that
we're
the
way
one
too
with the-
far into anime talk to act like we don't know what anime is.
Is that the one with the cabin in the woods?
No, that's Cabin in the Woods.
That's the one with that black kid in the White House, right?
No, that's Going in the House.
Is that the one where the bee falls in love with the white woman?
That's B-movie.
Oh
I thought it
shit!
was Bugs Life.
No, I thought that was Ants.
Stop it. Stop it.
All right.
Yeah, Naruto. I like Naruto a lot. It's good anime. It's just a shonen, so you get what you get from that. Naruto's not even my favorite character, if that helps. Shikamaru is totally my favorite character.
That's everybody's favorite.
Has
And
anyone-
it's well deserved.
He's realistic.
Actually, no, everybody's favorite is Gaara, but Shikamaru is really good.
I like Kiba.
Oh, I love Kiba.
Dog Boy, yeah.
Yeah.
I love
Dog
Shino.
Boy.
I don't like Shino
I mean,
in Boruto, but I like Shino in...
Shikamaru's stuff in that show is just like less of a because like Naruto's
He's a tactician.
Naruto's whole point is like I'm just going to use the power of willpower until my enemy dies. Shikamaru
Not even dies, but becomes a good guy.
Shikamaru like loses fights and actually has like it like spends
like,
time during the
well-
show being like how am I going to get out of this, and then he gets out of it.
Well, and he like analyzes it and is like, oh,
Yeah.
that's what I could have done better.
Yeah,
I'm just not even gonna fucking
and
try.
there's a reason he was the only one to become a Chunin at the end of the exam.
Yeah.
He showed the most potential for leadership.
Sasuke is my emo daddy.
That's
Sasuke
fair.
is...
Sasuke is your emo daddy. You
Yeah.
don't even know. You just know that character name.
And you know that he's emo.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I've never seen that show before. I'm not gonna watch it. It's
I
too
know
long.
it's too long for you.
I tried getting into it.
Naruto's too long for him.
I tried getting into it, and I
I ain't
watched
got
the
the
first
time.
episode, and
It's rough.
I know it's old. I know it's
The
like
beginning's rough.
I know it gets a lot better, but it's just never piqued my interest enough to really.
I like the
Really,
beginning.
if you want my crash course, read like a synopsis of what happens all up until they start the tuning exams,
Or play all the games in order.
or that. Yeah,
That's fair.
I like because I mean the fight scenes in Naruto are worth it in my opinion.
And that's all the games are.
For anyone that hasn't played the Ultimate Ninja Story games or just the Naruto games in general, they're super fun.
They are.
But
But
with some of them, there is like where the manga wasn't done or the anime wasn't done, so they made up their own ending. But then in the next game, they pick it back up. Anyways, Jared.
but yeah, freaking I love like the regular Naruto before Shippuden. I like parts of Shippuden, but I like the normal Naruto. Just because
You just think that they get too powerful.
They-
We've had this discussion.
we've already had this discussion before off mic where it's just, man, I love shonens, even though after a while it just gets to the point where it's like, okay, this guy's just a god, I don't really care anymore. But the beginning Naruto stuff was just interesting because there's like ninjas and there was interesting things that they never hit ever again in Shippuden. That I'm like, oh, this is some pretty cool stuff. There's some cool fight scenes. We're not just shooting beams out of our hands at this point. But there's some good shit in Shippuden.
I don't know. I like the personal growth.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not, again, at the end of the day, I'm not really. I mean, I like shonen, but I wouldn't say I'm like a huge shonen fan. I'm more of a berserker anime kind of guy. So, Berserk, Evangelion, and like Devilman Crybaby, when just like shit happens and they're like, all right, I'm mad, and then they beat the shit out of something. You know what I mean?
This is a little off
Give
topic.
me mallet.
If you just while we're talking about shonen and stuff, if you like shonen anime, there's a live action show called Into the Badlands. It's actually pretty good.
It's got the same arc.
Yeah, it's kind of similar in regards to like there's different clans and stuff like that. And it's pretty neat. I would recommend it.
Naruto's up there for me. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I don't mind the other one, but Brotherhood is more straightforward.
It's the full story.
Yeah, it's the original story, like the intended story. I just really where the regular one gets me isn't the filler stuff, because they had to do that, and I understand that. It's the ending they have for Full Metal Alchemist is like their own ending, because the person who wrote the story was also like, I don't want you to use my story, so just do something different.
They just took the characters and made their own stuff.
Pretty much.
Wait, was that the one where it's like weird ass airplanes in the sky
And Zeppelins and stuff like that. They made it like a World War thing.
They made it like the Full Metal Alchemist world in that version of the story was like one place, and the like a parallel place next to it was the real world, and it was during World War II.
And so at the end of that one, they go to the real world.
Yeah.
Or no, just Ed does. And
Well,
he
yeah.
like tries to.
But I think it implies doesn't like Alphonse
He's
return back.
trying-
He sacrifices himself.
He's
so
trying to get back to Alphonse in the end of that one.
Yeah.
It doesn't even like finish on a note where it's like, oh, he did what he wanted to do.
Yeah. He's just in war-torn Germany at that point.
Brotherhood just makes you feel, bro.
It does.
Well, they did characters a lot better. They put characters
Yeah,
that made more sense.
There was more development.
I mean,
felt
Wrath,
like.
for one, if you compared between the two, is a completely different character as a whole. Just wrong character.
Greed was a lot better character in Brotherhood.
I really
Roy Mustang was a much better character in Brotherhood.
Envy.
Olivia.
Envy's one of those villains where like I watched the death scene of Envy recently because it's been just floating around.
That's a really good one.
Twitter, and it's a really good death scene. Like you fucking hate her, and then you're just like, God damn, the tears they're coming.
But then you've also got like the fucking like satisfaction of like, this is Roy's revenge.
Yeah, Roy's revenge during that whole thing is great. Where like Envy like tries to scare him, and he's just like, you just got bigger.
Well, I like the whole,
your fucking eyeballs.
I mean, just like several things where it's like,
inaccuracy.
Just like the little call outs where like Envy tries something and they're like,
you dumb.
That's not how that works. I turned into Maze Hughes. Now you just made me mad.
Yeah, now you
didn't make me sad. You made me angry.
Yeah,
you reminded me why I'm doing this.
Yeah, it's like stuff like that. So yeah, Brotherhood's a really good show. And the world is interesting, and like the magic system, I guess you would say, for lack of better words, is interesting.
The one I liked too was fucking when when Greed is disguised as Roy, and he calls.
Oh, you mean Envy?
Yeah, sorry, Envy is disguised as Mustang, and talking to Hawkeye, and she's like, he doesn't call me that. And
she doesn't call me by my first name.
He doesn't call me by my first name. He's like, shit, they have a thing. Like, gave himself away.
The funny part, because I had seen that recently too. I don't know why it's been floating around the internet, but it has. She like said he like calls her something, and she calls his bluff, and he like gives up on it, and he was like, "How did you know?" And she was like, "I didn't, but thanks."
Yeah.
Like, and it's just a moment of he was like, "Shit, I caved." Let's see what I'm thinking about anime. I don't have a huge repertoire like some people in the room do. I'm trying to think of other animes that I'm like really. I mean, I liked Kill la Kill a lot. That one's just fresh on my mind.
You got done watching My Hero. How do you
know
feel
what?
about that?
My Hero was really good. I really like My Hero. My Hero. I've been watching My Hero with Giles here, and I've been making a lot of Naruto comparisons. I mean, they're not the same show, obviously.
Well, they're shonen.
They're both shonen, so I'm watching. I'm seeing a lot of. Bakugo is a terrible character. That's just my opinion.
Who, the
We'll see how
the internet's gonna come after you on that one.
we're gonna
I don't
see
like- I don't
how
like
we'll see how he
Bakugo. I don't like him
develops
either.
in season 4 when it comes out.
I mean,
this
if
spring,
Bakugo
actually.
develops into a better character, good for him. But he's on the same level of like Sasuke, where like late into Naruto, I was like, Sasuke is in a
I just
redeemable
don't agree
person.
with what you're doing now.
After Sasuke does what he intends to do and learns the truth, and then makes a decision after that,
No, he's just like, I just have to kill Naruto.
and it's like, no, you're an idiot.
You've seen how this cycle works, and yet you are still here.
See, if Bakugo had a more interesting backstory instead of him just being
angry.
jealous of like fucking Deku all the time, feeling like he's losing to him, it's like if he had a better story and it's not him just being a pissed off man, it'd be cool.
Yeah.
But he's just an asshole.
Yeah.
Like there's no other thing about it. He's just an asshole to everyone.
Another thing that people like, I guess.
He's got a hot ass mom.
Yeah.
Yes.
Resounding yes.
Yes.
It's like, I mean, you gotta remember they are also just kids. They're all 15.
Yeah.
So, you know, maybe they'll be
your specific age is 15.
Mhm.
Okay, interesting.
It's like maybe in season 4, maybe even season 5, we'll get maybe like a time skip where they're older and maybe they've developed better.
Anime's weird with age. I'll just say that.
We'll see.
Because I've watched some anime where it's like, oh, this is a romance, and I didn't know that this was in fucking middle school. What the fuck is going
They
on?
planted a seed in the last half of the season 3 with Bakugo, and I think they're going to develop on it more.
My Hero Academia Shippuden.
Yes.
I mean, that would be neat.
Well, I already know what's happening in this upcoming season because I've read past it, but like,
Ooh.
I read past it like a while
Read the
ago.
manga.
I'm not buying that shit now. It's like licensed, so I can't read it for free. But yeah, the same thing with One Punch Man. I can't fucking read that.
You know what my first exposure to harem was? Now that I'm thinking about it, it wasn't Monster Musume. It was actually
Join the trash can.
It was actually a slice of life harem called Love Hina.
Yo, yeah.
And that was when I discovered they made shows like that, and I was like, oh,
Was it me?
because I was like 14.
Did I watch Fruits Baskets with you?
That's a lot
No,
of people's first anime.
but no, I don't remember much about Love Hina other than that it was just a fucking harem. But I remember I have like oddly nostalgic memories of watching that show.
Well, I just thought of another one that I really enjoyed, and another kind of slice of life one. Have any of you guys seen Your Lie in April?
That's the one with the girl.
No,
That's just a sad one.
Yeah, it's
Sad slice of life.
yeah, it's basically about just these kids that compete in music competitions, and like, it focuses a lot on like this one guy whose mom was super abusive to him, and it's like, it's not very, it's just sad. I mean, there's not a better way to put it.
You looking for something, Jess?
No, I'm not looking for anything.
Okay.
Stop breaking the fucking illusion. They can't see what I'm doing.
We'll cut back in.
Listen to hear.
We'll cut back in, right? So what is there anything else, Oliver, that you got?
Nothing I can think of off the top of my head. Jared, I know you're a fountain waiting to
He's
his
passing
Oh,
it to me.
okay, Grant.
He
What
wants to
about you, man?
last.
Evangelion,
Yes.
definitely
Yes.
way up there. I mean, I already mentioned that one, and
I cannot-
Devilman Crybaby.
I cannot wait until June when they put Evangelion on Netflix.
I'm ready to rewatch it. I saw a scene yesterday that I was like, oh, that's gonna be so good to rewatch.
I've never seen
Which
it.
one?
Just like the ending.
Oh yeah.
Just the end of Evangelion.
You know what sucks? What sucks is that's the only bit of it I haven't seen. I've seen like 20-something episodes of it, and I didn't see the ending.
I binged all of it in a row throughout summer, like 2 days or something. I think it was like 2 days. I mean, maybe it was one day.
Doesn't
Yeah,
that show
I-
have like 8 endings?
No, it's they've got like a few movies and stuff, and
Yeah, but those haven't even come to the end yet.
yeah.
It has a weird ending.
It has a weird ending.
That have a lot of people's different like interpretations. Of
Yeah,
it.
there's maybe different interpretations,
Yeah.
but
That's
there's
fine.
only one ending. Because they did that one in literally a movie called The End of Evangelion. But no, Evangelion, Devilman Crybaby.
Devilman Crybaby was really good. Really good. Even though it had Akame ga Kill vibes, but
Oh, yeah. No, definitely. Well, I mean, you also got to take into consideration Devilman Crybaby was like
yeah, it's
old as
It's
shit.
old as fuck. And the
They
dub's,
just,
the
like,
dub's funny
redid
as
it.
fuck too.
Yeah. Man, I had a list in my head of things I like. Conan the Detective. I enjoy those ones.
That's a long fucking anime. That's
Okay.
still
I'm not gonna pretend like I've seen it fucking all, but that's one that like all that I have seen I enjoy.
Yeah, I watched some of it, but that thing's like almost 1,000 episodes now. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, 1,000 episodes, and then they've had like 100 movies.
Yeah. If you want to get into a long anime, that's,
Yeah, I was about to
that's the
say.
thing. It's still going on.
I had a fucking mile-long list, and now I have like...
We probably already talked about a few of them.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about Naruto, My Hero. I like those.
You like Bleach?
No, never got into Bleach.
What about One Piece?
I never watched Bleach.
Never got into
I didn't either.
I refuse One Piece.
I met
Yeah,
a dude
refuse as
who
well.
was telling me, and I suggested this to him because he was talking about how much he liked One Piece, and I was like, Naruto, and he's like, I just can't get into that show, it's just about magic ninjas, and I was like, you're watching fucking One Piece.
It's about magic pirates.
Yeah, I was like, I don't see why those. Yeah, I was blown after he said that. I was like, all
That
right,
guy's an idiot.
You have
He's
that.
actual like, sorry,
It'll
but
be bleached.
like,
Yeah, it was a weird.
don't
It was
dare
a
clap.
weird. I didn't get into it with him, but I was like, that's odd. All right, never mind.
Yeah, that's fucking bizarre. And speaking of bizarre, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. That's another one I like. That's a big one I like.
One of my roommates just started watching it, and every time I come home, he's like, "You need to start watching the show." And I
That's the thing about the show. It's really fucking good. And when you watch it, it makes you fucking annoying because you fucking want everyone else to watch it.
What is it on? Like, where?
You can just
On
find it
Netflix.
online. Yeah, they've got like the first season, I think, on Netflix. I just, again, Kiss Anime. Just fucking look it up. But no, it's good.
Fucking look it up.
Fucking, look it, fucking Google it, nerd.
This episode of the Brain Dead podcast.
But
Kiss Anime. Just use Kiss Anime.
Today, Sonny. No,
I'll let my nuts hang.
yeah, I mean, those are the big ones that are coming to my mind. But of course, I liked Tokyo Ghoul until people fucking cringed me out of it.
Yeah.
Like
I legitimately enjoyed watching it, and then as soon as I finished it, everyone around me was like, "Oh, Tokyo Ghoul!" And it just,
and I guess I also took a step back, and it's same vibe I get with like Attack on Titan, where it's baby's first anime, where it's just like we put an animation out here, and people saw it and they said, "Oh, I didn't know cartoons could be gory," and then people like it because it's gory. That's the move. I guess
people tried to make it super edgy as their first move from cartoons to anime, and it became annoying.
I like
The
Sailor
show
Moon.
itself is still great.
See, I like Sailor Moon, but I feel like it's different now because it's just like a different age.
No.
But that's something that a lot of people get mad at me, like people that I talk to about anime. They get mad at me when I say I'm not really a fan of a lot of like mainstream anime. It's like it's just because.
But I mean, I say that. And then
I'll
like
enjoy
Sailor
it.
Moon.
I'll enjoy it at one point, and I'll just be like, dude, this just is not enjoyable anymore. And when I try and watch it the next season of it, I'm just like, wow, this is just shit. But I just hate Attack on Titan because it's just shit. There is nothing good about the anime.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
I never got into that.
There's nothing good about
I
it.
binged
The
it,
manga
like-
is the most shit thing in the entire world, and I don't care about the anime. I hate it. Sorry, guys.
No, I have never seen it, but I
I've been
know
hot take.
that's a
I
boiling
just-
hot take.
I just really don't like it because I don't know. It's just
You should give it a
frustrating.
try.
I liked
Form your
Madoka.
opinion. Don't let that man scare you.
I liked Madoka Magica until that also cringed me out.
There's just a bunch of shows where it's like they themselves are good,
Well,
but
Madoka.
the community around them is.
Well, it's not even
Not
so much
great.
that. It's the baby's first anime effect, where like Madoka came out and everybody was like, "You gotta watch this." It's like Sailor Moon until the gory stuff happens, and then it's like, okay, so you like it because it's gory, or like what? You know what I mean? Like, where's
Yeah.
the?
I mean, the baby's first anime thing also kind of happened with Sword Art.
No, that definitely. I mean, that one. The baby's first anime was, I mean, a little bit of the gore. I wouldn't say Sword Art's super gory,
No,
but it's that
there's
harem
not a
stuff
lot.
too.
Would you say that same baby's first anime thing is with Death Note?
I haven't seen Death Note. I saw the movie,
Yes.
which was garbage.
You shouldn't watch the movie.
Don't watch
the anime.
Don't watch the live action.
No, I
It's
would say the
garbage.
same thing.
No,
about Death Note.
I wouldn't.
Death
I
Note was
wouldn't.
worth a watch.
The only reason why I wouldn't is
No,
because,
again, I love Death Note.
is because Death Note came out in a time where anime wasn't. It wasn't as popular as it is now. To where in the words of YouTube, I love to watch because it's Giga. He kind of just described it back in the day like the anime was just something that like, oh, you just kind of find out like, oh, you love anime too? That's really weird how like you love anime, where now everybody's like, oh, dude, I love anime, all this stuff. It was really exclusive. It was like something that you...
But I would say it's baby's first anime in the sense that it got so many people into it. And I don't think that came from specifically gore. I think that came from when Death Note came out, the whole emo goth thing was very large and trending.
Mhm.
And I think that anime pandered to that pretty well. And I think that, that hooked a lot of people in. So, like, if you talk to... I mean, I've talked to people that don't fucking like anime, or that they wouldn't consider themselves avid viewers of anime. They're like, yeah, I love Death Note. Again, I consider that baby's first anime. It's a pretty mainstream anime. And people that don't like anime were even into it. It's just a good story.
Yeah, I guess it's when it hits the normies that kind of turns into...
The
Sorry, that's
normies.
I mean, okay.
No, that's genuine though.
It really is. It
When
really
it
is.
hits the mainstream, it becomes like a gateway.
Yeah,
When
like,
people
like,
sit
like
there and
just to
they're like-
clarify, there's nothing wrong with liking some of these shows.
Yeah,
'cause,
yeah.
like, but you can't deny that some of them have, a lot of these shows have been people's first anime, and it's just the way they bleed into the
You
mainstream.
like what you like.
Well, and I think it's the reason why it always drives me away from it. Like, so with Tokyo Ghoul, right? That was a lot of people's first anime, again, because of the aesthetic and because of the gore. I really enjoyed it, and I was working at Hastings at the time. So we had a whole thing of just Tokyo Ghoul shit and our like,
R.I.P.
anime merch
Hastings.
sections. Yeah, R.I.P. Hastings. And it was just one of those things where like people became so obsessive with it. You know what I mean? I saw the same people in there every day looking for new shit for it and like wanting to talk about it.
It's like when it hits Hot Topic.
Exactly. And so I think it's not so much the fact that it's mainstream, it's the fact that people that are just now getting into that stuff become so obsessive and they never shut up about it. And I get tired of hearing
Like
it.
Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
It
Again,
kind of reminds me when a band I love comes out with a really big song, and then everyone's listening to it.
They become obsessive.
Yeah,
they become
like-
oh, I've been a fan for a long
like
time.
just as an example, I love A Day to Remember, but they have a song called If It Means a Lot to You that there are people that only know that song, and it was so overplayed for so long that I just can't listen to it anymore.
But that's probably the only song by them that most of those people like, too.
Yeah, well, the point still kind of stands.
No, I
It's
agree.
kind of like
with that.
Radiohead. Some people only know Creep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's it.
And it's like, I don't dislike that band or that song, it's just, there are certain songs by certain bands and stuff I can't listen to, just like there's certain shows I can't watch.
At some
because
point
they
it
just
makes
blew up so quickly that...
Yeah, at some point it makes it to where you feel ashamed to be associated with it.
Yeah, you just don't want to be associated with that.
Yeah,
particular
because
thing.
you know that if you try and talk about it, they're gonna be like, "Oh, so you're a part of that crowd." They're gonna already judge you just because you like this one thing, you know?
Yeah.
So that's kind of like what it is for mainstream. Whenever I think about it, it's like I don't want to be like, "Oh, I'm that Attack on Titan person. I go to school wearing the fucking Attack on Titan cape."
Oh, also, I like FLCL.
Don't fuck with those
Fully
guys.
Cooley?
They're badass.
Yeah, I like Fully
They'll beat
Cooley.
your fucking ass.
I like Fully Cooley. Of course, first season's the best season, but I even had fun watching the second and third season. So
There's very interesting things that I don't think a lot of people thought about.
yeah. But I know a lot of people. If you're a Fully Cooley fan, a lot of people seem to really hate these last two seasons. Take them or leave them. They don't ruin the original material for me. They're their own standalone stories.
Mm-hmm.
They don't look back to anything. And I think that's what people didn't like, but I enjoyed them for their standalone little things.
All right, now it's on to me.
Yeah, pop the lid off of this one.
Oh, fuck. Okay, so go ahead, all you anime listeners out there, grab me and throw me in the fucking trash can because my favorite, one of my favorite anime is Oraimo. Which,
I don't even know what the fuck that is. What's its English name? Give me an English name.
Tom.
My sister can't possibly be this cute.
Okay, I'm out.
Okay.
Hey, real quick, can I just say something? I was looking for hentai games yesterday.
Yeah.
I was looking for specific hentai PC games yesterday.
Sometimes you be looking for him.
And so let me show you something, right? I go
sorry. Wait, let me cut that out.
.com. No. I'm talking like legit ones, like ones you buy and download.
Oh,
like
really? Yeah.
And so I get on Faku, right? My happy ass loves Faku.
Yeah.
I get over to games, and this game that's up for pre-order. My little sister can't possibly have a hemorrhoid.
Excuse me?
Not the same people. They didn't make the same.
No, it's the same. I'm looking.
No,
at
like
it.
Whoa!
She's putting a little suppository up their butt. Like what? I don't. What? The little sister thing, weird. The hemorrhoid thing, weirder.
So it's not the same people.
Billy's just sitting here like,
all right,
huh.
all right. Well, tell me about this anime.
Yeah, defend it.
Okay, so there's 2 seasons.
Wow! Okay. Sorry. That was a lot to take
Fuck
in.
you! I get to bring that.
Sorry, it just reminded me of it.
Yeah. There's two. There's 2 seasons of this anime, and basically it's a harem, and
I'm sorry, you glossed over that pretty quickly.
no, yeah. It's a harem, guys. Hey, multiple girls
just
loving one guy. Yes. So,
Mormonism.
But that's not the definition. Billy told us the literal definition earlier.
But yeah, so so this guy, he's like a total like ciscon in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what does that mean?
Ciscon, like sister.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
I for some reason I took that a different.
But it's just because he's her. I mean, it's just because he's her brother at first. Like it's just like, oh yeah, it's just like sibling love. But then it kind of grows into more later on in the second season.
Okay. Oh, so you mean like at first it's familiar?
Yeah, it's just fine.
Okay.
It's just fine.
I you said he's a ciscon, but that's okay because it's like his sister. And I'm like,
he cares for his sister.
No, okay, no, I know what you mean now, but like
he cares for his sister, and basically he kind of like gets introduced, and like his sister like they like have sibling arguments all the time, and he finds out that his sister is like really loves Edgar games.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
And which is weird because she's like
that's probably why
she's
did
that
an Arrow game of it.
Yeah, she's one of those girls in anime that's just like, oh, she's perfect. She's like a model. She's like athletic, all this stuff, and basically that happens, and he kind of gets into knowing like her friends and stuff, and her friends start liking him. She's like getting jealous of her friends for liking her brother and stuff. They're getting to know more people, and it's just adding on to the harem because that's what harems do. You just know the guy meets new women, and then they just fall in love with him just because he's just like a gullible idiot or something like that. But the thing about this one is just like the storytelling is really good, and also he just out of
I like prison school. Sorry.
Yeah. But basically, he actually goes out with one of the other friends, which is not something I normally see in like a harem. Normally, like the guy's just a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Doesn't go out with anybody, and the thing just fucking ends. Just no satisfaction.
Yeah.
He literally goes out with one of the girls, which is the best character, Kuroneko. I'm a Kuroneko fan of it. But and later on, like breaks up with her. And no, she breaks up with him. But it's like I'm not gonna explain the entire thing.
Yeah, don't give me the whole plot.
So,
why do you like it, and what is your defense of it, though?
Gave me a lot of feels. Because I really love romance anime.
What made it to where you could get past the siscon stuff?
Where I can get
like where were you like when you first got into it? Were you like, oh, this is weird?
No.
Oh, okay. So the entire time you were fine with it.
The entire time I was fine with it because I just ignored it. And
so you just kind of forgot that they were siblings and instead said, oh, they were just love interest.
No. I knew they were siblings. I ignored their relationship half the time.
Okay.
I paid attention more to the other side of the world because it's a big world.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I paid more
World is
attention
big.
to the rest of the stuff. And then like whenever there was like the jealousy stuff, because I really love the jealousy part of like romance anime. So I like the little parts where it just gets really serious out of nowhere, and you're like, holy shit.
Sorry.
So I just really enjoyed that. Yeah, I know.
I'm laughing at the fact that like half of the room is tuned out.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm having trouble saying thoughts, and I'm like, nobody's fucking listening.
I'm listening.
But yeah, I can ignore a whole bunch of stuff inside that anime and love the good things about it, and just ignore like, oh, he fucking marries his fucking sister.
Sorry, was this the
Does that
first
happen?
one you said?
Yeah.
Sorry, was this the first one that you said you liked? Is this like the first one you opened up with?
That's the one I opened up with. Yeah.
Okay. You open up first with the sister.
Yeah, I wanted to get like the hella garbage out of the way.
Okay.
I wanted to get the hella
He
garbage.
said, "Go ahead and throw him in the trash can."
He's got a plot. Yeah, he's got. All right. Number
He
number
warned
2.
us.
Get in here, John Tron.
John
I said number 2. And I was
Monogatari.
yeah. Okay, that's a good one though. I like that.
Yeah, every single one of them. Oshino Shinobu is literally my best. I have like so many figurines of her. She's the fucking best. But love that anime. Love Mikaku City actors. Both same studio making them. Loved them both. Even it's like a really kind of like an artsy feel.
I think I've only
anime.
seen like one of them.
Yeah, a lot of people would not like them because just the way that like the scenes flow, it's just kind of weird. It's like random scenes, random
The camera
shit.
work,
But
camera work and stuff.
Yeah,
I
the
think
camera
is
work.
really
It's really
cool.
artsy.
Yeah.
And a lot of people will like that. Tokyo Ravens is a really good anime. Tokyo Ravens is basically just... I can't actually explain it. I'm not even going to because it's way too hard to. If you can bring up a description, you can real quick.
Real quick, I like Gundam. Sorry, I'm also remembering these as I go.
Oh yeah, I want you guys
I fucking blanked.
You know,
I really like Gundam. I mean, there's some of them that are bad, but for the most part, I like Gundam.
yeah, Gundam's okay for me.
I just like big robots. Big robots and kaijus, literally.
You like Big O?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love Big O.
Big O's...
Big robots and kaijus make my pussy fucking pop, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Like, I fucking love...
I feel that.
Especially when they're well done. Like,
Yeah, I mean, there's bad ones, but...
you like Eureka 7 and all that stuff?
I like Eureka 7. It was one of those ones that fucking bored the shit out of me as a kid. I got older and watched it, and then I was like,
There's only one anime that's really bored the living shit out of me, but I pushed all the way through and actually enjoyed it at the very end, which is Spice and Wolf.
Yeah.
Spice and Wolf is one of those anime where it literally took me about like 3 years to watch it.
You know what the first anime was that I watched and I was like, anime can be gay? Like the first like anime media where I was like,
Yuri.
gay! It was Wolf Rain. Did you ever watch Wolf Rain?
Is that the one with the two wolves?
It was like all the dudes that could turn
They
into
could turn
wolves.
them. Yeah, I know exactly what
Gay
you're
But-
werewolves?
Gay wolves. They weren't werewolves. They turned into like man to wolf. Not werewolf though.
Gay
Just
druids. Got it.
Yeah, gay druids. But
Gay
like,
druids.
but like when I first watched it, I was like, "Oh, are they gay? That could be in a show."
Really good anime that is literally just fan service. High School of the Dead.
Yes.
Extremely good.
Yes.
But it's just fan service.
That's-
but
Oh,
it's- But it's good.
okay.
It's
but
another
legit,
on the list for me to show Oliver.
Legit though, that one actually had some really fucking interesting points to where they're like,
Yes.
yeah, I mean, after a certain amount of time, they're gonna shut off the water. They're gonna shut off the electricity. It's like shit that when I watched like zombie movies as a kid, I never like thought about like, yeah, I mean, at some point, there's no one to operate like the electrical plants. Like, you're not gonna have electricity before too long.
Something
and
that kind of
shit like
pisses me off about the zombie things is that the whole world just goes to shit immediately. Like everything just falls apart. Oh, this building, all the paint on the walls is just fucked.
Decrepit.
Everything looks like Fallout within a matter of 2 days.
Yeah,
No,
immediately
it's not how it
becomes
works.
post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, that's just not how it works. And I fucking hate that. But yeah, High School of the Dead, really good. High School DxD, good story, ruined by fan service. The only reason why I say that, and I don't say it for High School DxD, is just that the anime fucking ruins it. I would rather read the light novel and not even like the manga.
Can I hop in real quick? I just, like, and this is, I'm fucking stupid, and I apologize for this. I just remembered just talking about, like, post-apocalyptic Tokyo. Something I fucking love video game-wise. And this, again, hopping back to last podcast, because I'm a fucking idiot.
Mhm.
I like Tokyo Jungle. Did you ever play that game?
Is that the one with the cats and dogs and...
You play as animals
You play
in
as
post-apocalyptic Tokyo, but, like, you have to, like, breed
Yeah, I
and,
like
set
it.
up nests. I fucking love that game. I wish they'd do another one.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's hop back in there.
Speaking of Tokyo.
Yeah, I was just like, oh shit, I love that game.
Oh my god, I just fucking forgot about my favorite
Fucking
anime.
galaxy brain over here. You had a brain blast.
Holy
Jared is a fountain of anime information.
Yeah.
yeah, it just comes after a while. I can't just be like, oh, this one, I watched all this one. I've watched way too many.
He's been waiting for this episode for weeks.
Oh yeah, man.
Alright, again, let's get back on your tops. Or what did you just remember?
The world God only knows. Basically, there's this guy that he's just really invested in video games, right? He loves 2D women more than the actual 3D world. Yeah, me and Grant, that's what's up. But he loves video games, and he's known as the god of like visual novel, like dating sims and stuff like that. So he has
why is he the god of that?
Because he completes all of them, and he has his own website where he like
Like
shows
reviews
every
and
single
all that.
route that you can take to get to everything. He 100% every single dating game that ever comes out, and basically this demon in a way, technically like just I don't know. Demons come and catch souls that of like people that have like a messed up feelings of heart or something like that. Basically, if you're fucked up from emotions.
Is this the one with Aqua? Like the water god or whatever? Or...
No, that's Konosuba.
Okay, that's the one I keep seeing stuff of. Sorry.
Yeah, no. This basically they come up and get spirits that are bad, basically stemming from really bad emotions. Basically like, oh, I love this person, but they hate me, and then like they kind of like a demon manifests inside their heart, and then they have to like get it from capture these demons in these bottles, and they have to do it by getting this guy to kiss the girl. So basically, the demon girl comes up and she's like a doofus, and she gets this ring around his neck where he can't get rid of it, and if they don't do their job, that ring kills him. And so he has to listen to what she tells him to do, and all they have to do is just win over the hearts of girls, get them to love them, kiss the girl, and the spirit comes out, and they capture the spirit, take it back down to the other world. That's the basic thing of it. But it's just so good because over 3 seasons, you're literally going through a whole entire arc with just different girls. Each girl is a different and complete arc. It's not like a harem where there's just
Did
like...
they do a game for this?
It's like a dating sim.
Did they do it like this past year?
I don't know.
Or was there a game? Because there was an anime they did like this past, like 2018, that was like based off of a game where like it's like the only dude who can breed with these girls or whatever. Like his special power or some shit is that he can like have threesomes. And like,
oh, you're talking about
That's
fucking
the special power, all right.
Oh, actually, I don't know.
and like he has sex with these girls, quote unquote. It's implied,
Mhm.
and then like they have a kid that's like a chibi thing that he can like use in battle or something.
Oh, I don't know. I know of what you're talking about, but I don't know anything about it.
Yeah,
Is that Zatch Bell?
that's Zach Bell.
No.
No, real quick. I also really like Inuyasha,
Yeah.
and I also really like fucking anime girls. No, what was the other one? I just had it on the top of my head. It's like same vein. Oh, Yu Yu Hakusho. Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh yeah. That one's really.
Those are all those shows that like I really hated as a kid, but like I went back to watch and I was like, okay, these are this bops. This is a certified dinger.
This is a certified dinger.
But yeah, and the world God only knows. It's just the stories they tell of him, just like hitting the fact that he has to get with 3D girls just to save them, basically.
Yeah.
Because he's only a 2D guy, but slowly he gets to the point where he's fine with it. Over each arc, he's like...
So it's like Smash Bros, except it's like Mr. Game & Watch, who is 2D, and
No,
the fucking 3D girls
what?
like Samus.
It's like
Oh,
he
God.
uses his skills from knowing how to get 2D girls on 3D girls. And at one point, always at one point in each arc, he's just like, okay, I already see the ending, and then like it goes and does the last final date thing.
Okay.
But it's just good all the way through, and sometimes like the girls like come back in for like stuff. It's overall a good anime in my opinion. I don't give a fuck about what anybody else says.
You know what anime I started and I was like, this is really cool. And then it got to like the second season and I was like, man, this is boring as fuck. Blood Blockade.
Really?
I got so bored in that second season, man.
Kekai Sensen's like, fucking, that's my shit.
Like, I got, like, the first season I was like, okay, this is cool, this is building up to some neat shit. And then the second season it just felt like they were like putting filler. It just felt like they were just like, here's like a sprinkle of some important shit. And the rest of it's just like a, we're waiting on a better idea. You know what I mean?
I can see what you mean.
We're waiting on a real arc to kick in.
Honestly, I've never had an issue with filler. Just to kind of bring you back to Avatar, they do filler right. Because
good filler.
I think filler is good as long as it helps the characters develop and as long as it like.
Or if you learn something, or if there's
But if it's just like a what a wacky what if situation, and then it's not related to the story.
But I'm not a big fan of like one-offs.
Naruto fillers.
Naruto.
Bleach fillers in a nutshell.
I'm not a fan of just like one-off, unrelated stories. Like if it's just like an episode where they're like going to Naruto. We gotta help find the cat.
They did that with the end of the first season of Sword Art, which I'm sure most people stopped watching at that point.
The end of the first season?
But yeah, it was like after Alfheim. What they did was they basically made it where it was like they triggered this event in game that had no effect on the outside world or anything, where it would just
in the first season
just delete the game. It was stuff at
not
the
the
end.
First season.
Yeah, it was at the very end of the first season because Gun Gale was technically the second season.
Yeah, second season. So they do the Gun Gale stuff, and then after Gun Gale, they do there's the sword and the maze thing.
Okay, well, so it's the end of the second season.
Okay,
but,
yeah, I was like,
regardless,
first season ends at the Elfenheim stuff.
But regardless, like that was just garbage filler.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Unrelated filler.
Yeah.
Again, as a big fan of Naruto, there's a whole bunch of filler between Naruto and Naruto Shippuden, where I guess they just had to kill time, so they made like 150 episodes that you honestly don't have to watch unless you really just like those characters.
If you are looking for an anime to give you good laughs and also some nostalgia, go back and rewatch Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Oh! is fun, but
Big
but
question.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Big question, dude. That anime makes no fucking sense half the time.
I fucking love it.
I love it. It just makes no fucking sense.
There's like
half the time.
rules for a card game.
Have you not seen the fucking episode where Kaiba is literally losing and he's like, and just slams his fingers in the ground and pulls out Obelisk out of the ground, and you're like,
No, I have.
Almost the Torment.
That's not a legal draw.
Giles is like, Yu-Gi-Oh's
You
fucking
can't
lit.
attack on your first turn.
I mean, like, no shit. The first couple episodes is like, I'm going to kill your grandpa.
Because you won't give me this damn
Over
card.
Over a card game, I'm going to kill your grandfather.
Really big
My
question right
grandpa's
here.
deck has no bad cards.
And then, like, isn't it like in the manga where Yugi Moto, like the like grown up Yugi is just like
Yami?
yeah Yami is that
Yeah, it is.
Yami,
That's
okay.
his name.
So Yami Yugi is just fucking like, yeah, I'm gonna kill you guys like in this card game.
Oh, fair. I don't
Well,
give a fuck.
Yu-Gi-Oh! In general is much darker when it's not censored by 4Kids.
Well, no, I'm just talking like the manga itself
Okay,
literally
so
makes like Yami a fucking murderer.
Well, there's one episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where they're walking down the hall to a cafeteria or something, and they're talking about some serious shit. And then in the 4Kids version, they're just like, "What are we gonna get for lunch today?"
Dude, 4Kids opening 6.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Like they got rid of the points on the armor for the Harpy girls because they look like nipples.
Yep.
They did a lot. There aren't any guns in the American version. They literally just finger gun at people.
Does anyone remember
the guns out of our cartoons?
Does anyone remember on the 4th of July when 4Kids?
The
my
Star Spangled
God.
Banner.
It was like Knuckles from Sonic X and all the it was like
No,
all the
I don't
characters
remember
from
this.
all the characters from their shows sang the national anthem.
Oh, that sounds.
It's
It was the
The
cringiest
quality of
thing.
it's just all whole in general. Okay, big question
Okay.
that I've always wanted to know of everybody that I meet.
That
What do you think
everybody.
is better? You guys probably already know Oliver's answer. Pokemon or Digimon?
Pokemon.
Okay, so in what like are we just talking about all around? Are we talking about games? Are we talking about
All around.
Pokemon?
Show-wise.
Show-wise?
Show-wise?
Digimon.
I'll give Digimon the edge on that one.
Digimon. I mean, like if we're even like talking the movie, like the fucking Digimon movie is fucking rad.
Yeah,
Digimon
they
is
did a really
cool.
good job with it.
Digimon is cool as a show. It's
Like fucking the Digimon movie gets into like nuclear like fucking launches.
Yeah,
and
I
shit.
mean, they get into
That-
kaiju territory.
Digimon has always been darker to a degree.
Digimon's a true anime.
Digimon's genuinely like they had this idea, and I don't know if it was like specifically to compete with Pokemon, but yeah, they wanted to make an anime.
But the Digimon movie was like...
Now, I will say-
It was really weird because it was actually 2 movies in one, and they just didn't take the time to just be like, oh, let's release them separately.
I will say the fucking Pokemon Sun and Moon anime, from everything I've seen, looks fucking great.
Oddly enough, the
keep
Sun and
seeing-
Moon one goes to like kind of a simpler art style.
Similar art style, and like they actually give a shit about like story and like character development. And,
They
like,
do.
Yeah, the voice
They do a
acting-
very One Punch Man thing where like most of the art is simple, and then they'll have like frames of like vivid, detail
really
for-
detailed. Well, it's like
for no
Naruto.
reason.
Naruto does that thing where like there's simple fight scenes, but then
Yeah.
when they get that one animator to come
Yeah.
in and they
It's
like,
like an intricate
really
fight scene.
detail it, yeah, it's like holy shit.
Well, and
I
something,
got multiple outlets
yeah.
if you need them.
something I noticed from like some of the like 4th and 5th generation shows was that the voice acting kind of took a dip. But with Sun and Moon, it honestly like it got a lot better.
Sun and Moon feels more like an anime. And
I was about to say anything I've seen of Sun and Moon, I've not seen in English. I've only seen in Japanese.
Sun and Moon feels more like an anime where I feel the older ones kind of feel almost more like a cartoon to me in a weird way. I know it's not so much like it's not black and white like that. Like it's just kind of the feel.
Unless it's Pokemon Black and White.
Damn.
That's my least favorite one, honestly.
That is
Yeah.
my least favorite generation.
It is.
It
I
just
think
feels-
they
It
did
had
some-
bumping music, though.
They did
feels
some.
weird.
It had bumping music. I think the plot was neat, but
It
I
just feels weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has the most interesting villain. I'll
Yeah.
give him that.
Graphically,
and is genuinely an interesting villain.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
otherwise,
Graphically, it was very odd.
well, it was in the in between phase of like having true 3D and also trying to achieve
It was the first one with moving sprites and
Yeah.
Seasons.
Like it wasn't. It
Seasons.
did that too. It did a lot. It innovated a lot, but it just wasn't all. It wasn't all there.
It was an awkward teen period.
Yeah.
So, what is like everyone's favorite Pokemon generation?
Latios movie. Oh, sorry. I thought you said movie. Sorry. Shit.
Okay. Well, he likes the Latios.
Favorite generation's Ruby Sapphire.
See, I never got big into that generation.
I liked Diamond and Pearl a lot. I liked Silver and Gold a lot.
I think those are tied for my.
Are we
favorite.
talking about like what was my favorite game to play, or what was my favorite generation of Pokemon?
If we're talking about game to play, Platinum.
Platinum was the first one I ever beat. Like,
I beat all the Pokemon games I played.
Ruby's still your favorite.
The beauty competition is now.
but even generation wise, I really liked.
I liked
Platinum.
Sapphire and I liked Ruby and I liked a lot of stuff they did, but like as a kid, I never felt like it was anything new. I guess like I know the difference between like yellow, blue, green, red, all those is very minuscule, and especially compared to like gold, silver, and crystal.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed the differences that they made in like silver, gold, and crystal, even though they're just very small. And then yeah, Ruby and Sapphire, I just didn't feel like they did a whole lot different. I mean, it looked great. I liked the region a lot, but like I don't know. The only thing I was nostalgic for that I was like I loved that feature when I was a kid was making bases.
See, the thing about Platinum that really got me was Oliver had an extra copy, and that's where I played it. Because originally he gave me a yellow, and then I never beat it.
Yeah,
gave it back
because
to him.
you weren't like super raised on.
No,
You were a Pokemon kid.
I was far from a Nintendo kid. I only became a Nintendo kid when I got a Wii, and then I finally got a DS, and then picked up Monster Hunter, which we talked about like last week, I think.
We're getting back into game talk. It sounds like,
But yeah, Platinum I just thought did really well with just that. I guess the fourth generation in general did a really good job of differentiating from
Diamond and Pearl.
Yeah, Diamond and Pearl to Platinum.
Yeah, well, and that's what I was going to say. Like, as far as like Silver and Gold and Crystal, felt very similar. I was like, they added that one Pokemon event type of thing, and same thing with like Emerald. They only added the stuff for like Rayquaza and Deoxys.
I played a whole lot of Emerald and a whole lot of Pearl. I actually didn't play much. I played Platinum, but I still played more. Like, all my stuff for a long time was on Emerald and on Pearl. And then I had to move that all to, I believe it was X. Yeah, I had X. Mm-hmm. So, and then I lost everything.
And then I think with Platinum, I really liked the like alternate dimension thing that was going on.
Yeah, that was neat.
I think Giratina is still my favorite fucking legendary. Period.
Well, those three legendaries are the most interesting because
that's when it started to get at a deity level.
Yeah, because like the legendaries in the well, aside from Mewtwo,
they're the big bang dragon.
Mewtwo is like a whole nother thing, and I really like Mewtwo. But
yeah,
the birds.
Suicune is my favorite legendary.
All that were just like strong elemental Pokemon. But like when Pearl came out, and they were like, yeah, Palkia is the Pokemon that controls time.
And like,
or no, space. It was space.
And then
Dialga controls time.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
This was literally like the creation of mass. And like they were like, these are the Pokemon that created the Big Bang.
Yeah. And then like
and then Arceus. That's also when Arceus came in.
And Giratina.
Yeah, I mean he's literally
Pokemon
God.
God. Yeah, he's like the first Pokemon.
How do you guys feel about Detective Pikachu?
I want to watch this, but I don't care what anybody says. It's gonna be interesting.
I think I'm gonna enjoy it.
It looks like a good watch.
I still wish it was Danny DeVito instead of Ryan Reynolds.
So do you read the stuff where like they actually got him to read, like they got him to audition for it?
Yeah.
They can't release it.
Why?
Right now, but they were like, we really hope we can get that.
Did they not? Did they just not feel like it was a good fit?
They thought the personality didn't fit. They thought that genuinely Ryan Reynolds just had a better personality for the character that they wanted to do.
Fair. Lies. Fucking.
I think
Ryan Reynolds is fucking hot right now.
I mean, like Ryan Reynolds
is always hot. I wouldn't say he's hot.
Ryan Reynolds is a good actor, and I understand he plays a certain personality.
He's got everyone riled up over Deadpool. Everyone loves that fucking Deadpool, and then it's like, let's get
Ryan Reynolds.
Let's get that voice.
I don't think
in
Ryan Reynolds has ever lost his like.
He hasn't. He's just really popular. Right?
Well, that's what I mean. Like what I'm just making a point. Chris Pratt is starting to lose that hot seat a little bit. You're seeing him in less and less. But like, I don't know. I don't feel like you've ever seen Ryan Reynolds stop doing stuff.
And he's always been that character.
As much as I like him, he's starting to get to a point that Ted got to me. Like, people just put something quirky and cringy, and it's like, oh yeah, Ryan Reynolds probably said that at one point.
Yeah, I get that.
Ryan Reynolds just brings in a lot more people than Danny these days.
I get that.
Especially like if we're talking
better example.
People would be like, oh, Danny could definitely bring as many as Ryan, but it's the more the meme crowd that he's going to bring in.
Better example
and I think
is the like the Will Ferrell fake parody account.
Yeah.
It's like they're basically interchangeable at this point.
I think they also would rather have it be Ryan Reynolds than say fucking Danny DeVito, who has played fucking Frank on It's Always Sunny for the longest fucking time. I mean, when you look up Ryan Reynolds now, you're gonna get some pretty like kids don't need to see that, or not Ryan Reynolds, Danny DeVito. You know what I mean?
But he also played Phil in Hercules way back when.
Yeah, but like
he played Phil in Hercules.
No, fucking Always Sunny.
I don't know how old Always Sunny.
Always Sunny's like
Hercules is from the 90s.
Yeah,
I know that.
Always Sunny is like mid 2004 or 5.
And Hercules came out in like 95.
That's 10 years later.
That's a 10-year difference.
I mean, I'm just saying, like,
yeah, but like also,
and it's not like Hercules. It's not like It's Always Sunny was out first, and kids looked at Hercules and said, "I wonder what he's doing," and then found fucking Frank.
Yeah, but Deadpool
done
was also
Matilda
before Pikachu.
Hercules. I mean, he was in a good handful of like kids movies doing some things. You know what I mean? I know
Matilda, Hercules, Always Sunny is the only things I can.
He was in some other comedies.
Danny's been in
some other comedies.
That just doesn't. That doesn't sit right with me because if you Google Ryan Reynolds, you're gonna get Deadpool.
Yeah,
Children
but
don't need to see that.
I'm pretty sure
either.
But your kids do.
He played Batman.
There's a difference between seeing funny superhero man and seeing naked, slimy Danny DeVito crawling from out of a couch.
The thing is, like, Always Sunny is on TV. Like, Deadpool is a rated R movie. Like, kids are gonna more likely see TV than R-rated movies.
If I had to pick between which ones my kids saw, I'd still rather them see Deadpool than fucking Frank crawling from a couch, sweaty and slimy.
That's weird to me.
If I had to pick between the two, if I had to pick between what I wanted to show my kids, I'd rather show them funny superhero than naked fucking Danny DeVito.
Anyway, any other animes we have to get out of our souls and into the world?
Boku no Pico is fucking tight, dude.
All right.
Shut up, Billy. You opened up with that.
Well, to put this in a not as anime space as we kind of crawled out of that anyway, talking about Danny DeVito and everything. There was something during our little segment last week where we talked about hypotheticals and we had questions and stuff like that. And I'm kind of gonna ramp ourselves back into that. And there was a bit of a story that I wanted to make sure, or a couple stories I know some people have here that I wanted to make sure we're told because I just find them amusing. Shameless little plug, if you have any kinds of stories or hypotheticals or questions, anything like that you would like to hear us talk about, go ahead and submit those to our email or tweet at one of us. We would appreciate it. But I'm going to talk about the bathroom stories that we have around this table. Because Grant, I know you have a lot of feelings about bathroom etiquette and just stuff like that. And Giles, I know you have a couple of stories about weird bathroom antics that have happened to you in recent time.
Yeah.
So Grant, tell me exactly what pisses you off about people in the bathroom.
So I would like to start this up by just noting that I have IBS. And I spend a lot of time in the bathroom.
This is public restrooms.
This is public restrooms.
Yeah, we're talking public restroom stuff.
I'm not even going to get into there's shit you shouldn't do in a single person restroom. Like, don't fucking piss all over the toilet seat and leave it there. That's fucking common etiquette. I'm talking stuff like, if you're in a public restroom, don't fucking moan and groan and just be as loud and fucking obnoxious as goddamn possible. And if you're going to go into the bathroom to pee, use a fucking urinal and not a stall. And if you do want to use a stall, if you want to pop a squat and take your pee in private, fine. Lock the goddamn door for me.
So you're talking from experience.
I'm talking from experience, where I have walked in on men in the bathroom standing inside the urinal with the door unlocked. Or not the urinal, sorry, the stall. Just go to the urinal. At that point, the only difference is in one, there's a door, and one, there's a knot.
There's a knot.
There's a knot at the door.
Are his pants around his ankle?
No, and I was goddamn surprised. Had his pants been around his ankles, at least at that point, I would have been like, oh, he just forgot to lock the door, and he liked his ass out. But instead...
He likes to feel a breeze when he's peeing.
Instead, it was just I didn't lock the door, and for some reason, I'm standing in a stall. Like, I get
Was he offended? Did he look disturbed?
Like, at that point, when I opened it and it, hit his back, and I was like, oh, sorry. But the dude, looked like he was like, well, I'm done anyways. He was just like a...
You call him jacking it.
Something. Don't stand in a stall and jack it either. You're going to miss the toilet.
I don't normally use the public restroom because I really don't like it.
I have no choice.
It's unsanitary as fuck to me.
Yeah.
But whenever I 100% have to, I just look through the cracks because
that's fucking weird.
Fucking.
I'll be honest, Jared. That makes me uncomfortable.
To see if it's occupied.
Just put your hand on the door and push.
To see if it. I'm not gonna. If I clearly can. If I'm walking and I can clearly see feet at the bottom.
So at my work,
Not the
sorry,
crack,
I guess
not the crack.
So
I'm not looking right at their dick. I'm looking at their feet, and then like it's like, okay, there's people in there. I'm not gonna just like open the door and be like, hopefully there's not a dick in here. And
so
then,
my
like,
bad experiences always come from specifically work,
mhm.
and the way my work works is the stalls have very thin cracks. Like I'm sure there's been like sexual harassment stuff to where they're like, we got to have as much privacy in these stalls.
So
as
it's like
possible.
full length doors.
So pretty much, like they're very like I'd have to get on the floor to see under there, and the fucking cracks are super thin. I could, I guess, still peek through, but like I don't want to risk meeting eye contact when I'm looking through the fucking thin ass crack that I actually would have to try to look through. So I just go into the bathroom and I like touch door. Someone's in there. Touch door. Someone's in there. Touch door. Someone's in there. And when I get to the last one, and I push it, and the door opens, and it hits someone's fucking back, because they're in there pissing, that makes me upset.
I guess it makes more sense if there's like doors that you just can't see through, like any European fucking country.
Like even these doors are even too tall for me to even like look
Yeah,
over. I
I like restrooms like that.
Yeah, they're super private.
Because they're super private, and that's why I fucking hate American restaurants. But, most of the time I just see through the cracks, and it's not even like me just looking at them. It's like as you're passing through,
I mean,
you
typically,
can obviously see
I
that it's
agree.
like a
if I'm in
body
like a gas station bathroom and I can like see their leg through the crack or something, I know someone's in there.
Yeah.
But like again, this is specifically my work complaints where I've had these fucking happen.
And you frequently have people moaning in the bathroom?
Yeah, so I think it's one specific guy. I think I've narrowed it down to one dude. And I think I know who it is.
He's coming for you.
Like I've tried to catch him. Like I've tried to like when I'm in the bathroom, if like I'm done and I like hear this happening, I like wait in there until like around the time he's getting out to like try to see who it is. And like the last time I tried, there was like 3 people in like washing their hand area, so I was like, fuck, it could
one
be
of these 3.
Could be any of these guys. I think it is. I don't. I've narrowed it down to somebody. I can't specifically say like.
He's coming for you. He knows who you are.
But no, he's like always listening to like really loud ass rap music, and like I can always hear it.
Are we talking phone on speaker or like?
No,
you
but
can
like
hear it through his
fucking
headphones?
loud ass music. I can hear it through his headphones.
I take my headphones every time I go to bed.
No, me too. But like I also know that my headphones don't like put out a whole lot of sound outside of my goddamn ears. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can always hear his music, and I'm always like, oh shit, it's him again. And then like, I'll hear him go to the stall and sit down, and I'm like, oh, he's not doing it. And then I hear like, oh.
Me when I use the bathroom.
Like it's like he's disgusted by whatever is happening.
I mean,
I imagine like a whole octopus is coming out of his ass. That's the only way that I'd make that noise. If I saw like a full hot dog come out, I'd be like, oh. That's about the only time.
I have audibly made a sound while taking a shit, but not in a public stall.
Well, like, don't get me wrong. Like, if I really am trying to get it out, don't get me wrong. I might be like, you know what I mean? Just like a little strain of something,
A little grunt.
But like, I'm not fucking moaning. And there's times that like I hear the same dude. I'm pretty sure come in and like even just get to a urinal to pee, and I hear him just. I
used to work.
And I'm just like, what? Are you coming? Are you pissing?
I really
and
think
coming?
it's like an older person thing.
Yeah, it's not.
Well, really.
If it is who I think it is not an older man.
I used to work at a bar in Nashville, and
where I work, just real quick, where I work is almost all millennials, so that also narrows that down.
Like a few years ago, I used to work as a bar back in Nashville, and anytime I would like go to clean the bathroom or anything, there'd always be like an old dude in there that just you could. It sounded like he was struggling.
And old people have like bad shit smell. Like I don't know if their bowels are like dusty.
He's coming for you, old people.
Or if they got mothballs up their ass.
Well, when they shit, it opens up the wrinkles that have shit folded in there.
Oh.
So it adds the stink.
Oh shit, that's what it is.
That's
Billy's like imagining it.
That's gross.
It's hurting his eyes.
This isn't where I thought we were going.
That's
Yeah, no,
gross.
old people just fucking have bad
There
poop.
might be a snip.
Old
snip.
people have bad poop.
What?
I said there might be a snip in progress.
Yeah.
Anyways, old guy, bar back, Nashville.
Oh, that was it.
Yeah,
that was
that's
it.
it. That's
I didn't know that. I
just-
thought there might be more.
it'll-
in the
it'll-
story.
No, that's it. Stinky poop old man.
It always sounds like they're struggling. Like it is a hard time. That
I don't know. I also kind of, like Giles was saying, I do feel like it is an older person thing. Like, I know this dude's not an old guy, but I do feel like it is an older person. Maybe he's got a big old hemorrhoid that he's having to try to push past.
What if it's just an old man sneaking into your office to take a big dump?
Maybe it is. You know what? Maybe I work on the second floor, which is, this is going to sound fucking stupid. I work on the second floor, which has a direct door that leads outside, which is weird. Yeah, on the second floor. Maybe a homeless man is sneaking in there, fucking shitting and leaving. I work downtown Nashville, so that's fine.
must poo-poo.
I got the poop. I fucked the police. I'm gonna get in here and doo-doo.
I felt really terrible the one time I was in my office and I was like so rushed to take it, like it was coming out. I had to take this shit.
So
now.
here. If I were to have gone into the stall and he were sitting on the
It would
stall,
have been something else.
I would have been
Sitting
like,
on the stall.
or sitting on the toilet, like in
Taking
the
a
stall.
shit on the corner.
If he were sitting on the toilet in the stall and I would have come in there, I would have been like, oh shit, he must have just forgot. And he belongs here. He's doing what belongs in the stall.
Poo poo.
Well, even just sitting down. If you want to sit down to pee, that's fine.
Yeah.
Just don't.
Don't worry. And he's
Yeah, okay.
he's
What?
in there to pee, but he's sitting at this is the back of the toilet, and he's sitting like this.
Like
on
a
the
toilet.
toilet.
Like
Yeah.
he's pulling up a chair to tell you something about drugs.
Yeah, like he's got a magazine on top of the head of the toilet.
Yeah. But you know what I mean, though? Like, if I were to go in there and, like, yeah, you're shitting or you're sitting to pee.
He's reverse cowgirling the
only
toilet.
something you can do in a stall. Like, you can only do that in a stall. You can't sit at the urinal. You know what I mean? You could, but. But had I walked in and he was sitting down, I mean, you forgot the lock. Just don't do it next time. But, like, it was multiple things that, after the fact, snowballed into me being mad.
Yeah, but recently I did have a moment where I was taking a shit, I forgot to lock the door, and someone opened it, I was like, ah!
That is
I
about the
audibly made a
noise.
sound like that.
Either I would make that noise, or I've noticed I make this just like white boy trope noise whenever I do something, or something like when I make a whoopsie, where like
Is it like a oh?
it's an oh or an oop, where I'm just like oh,
all the time.
oop.
What's the sound I make when I almost die by a monster or Monster Hunter? I do it a lot, but I can't think of it. I just go like, "Hoot!"
Yeah, it's about that. Yeah.
It's just
Or it is like the
normal,
extended one when like you're trying to get away to heal. You might be like, oh.
I'm ripping up a car. Giles, anyways, you have a couple interesting stories about
Stories
about stalls and shit.
So, while I'm not at school anymore, but our school had terrible bathrooms.
You want a cigarette?
Cut that out.
So they were shitty bathrooms. Are we talking
Yeah,
like
watch that video.
decrepit shitty?
It's like, it's nice.
You're gonna be shit, dude.
It's nice, but so it has 3 urinals, 2 work, and 3 stalls. First stall, you don't go in there because that toilet's so fucked up. Someone was so angry at that toilet, they fucking lifted it and like just water pools at the bottom of it. So if you take a shit, your pants are wet. No, there's no getting around it.
Just
Don't
hang
ever
your
go
pants on
there.
the stall door. Anyway,
Second stall doesn't have a door on it. And then third one,
perfect for peeing it.
Yeah, well, that's true.
wheelchair. We're
Like a handicap accessible.
handicap,
Yeah, okay.
big stall.
I thought you were saying like there's
Prime-
a wheelchair. In
It's
there.
just a wheelchair.
Prime-
It's not a toilet.
Prime real estate.
It's a wheelchair with a bucket under it.
Yeah. My first story is just came in there and I do the thing Jared does. I fucking look under the under the stalls.
I take like my camera.
No.
No.
My selfie stick.
It's like,
Can I go
I
in
like
there?
to judge if I'm going to use the bathroom. Just like, are the doors open? And for whatever reason, they're all closed. No one was in there. First one, no one's in there. Not using that water stall though, because I'm fucking wearing shorts and the back of my shorts is gonna be wet for no fucking
And then everybody's
reason.
gonna be like, "What'd you do?" Or
Exactly.
or the dudes are gonna know exactly what you did.
Yeah. And then I see under there is like the wheel. There's actually a guy in a wheelchair at that school,
Yeah.
so can't use that stall.
How funny.
Like, it's like the only stall, but like he's there.
You seen that video on Twitter where the guy's in the handicap stall and there's like a line of wheelchairs? Wait, you have a fucking dead-eye view?
That is like legitimately a fear I do have though. Like it's like a subconscious thing where I'm like, I need to use that stall, but like, what if someone needs
Like,
it?
I know as soon as I go in, someone's gonna need it,
But
and
yeah,
that's
so
gonna be the most
that
awkward.
stall is the only real stall to
Uh-huh.
work with, and I didn't. So first one, I didn't even do like the full look under to see see all the like the areas, but the first one, no one in it. It's like, oh well, fuck me. So I'm going to the third one, and if I do the light pull, just to, like if it gives or not.
Yeah.
I walk past the second one, and a classmate is there, spread, taking a shit with his legs open, just dick out, and he's just like, "What's up, man?" And I was like, "What the fuck?"
Wait, dick over toilet bowl?
toilet seat?
I mean, no, he was proud.
Yeah.
Okay.
He just
He was
there.
laying back. He's laying back. He's
So,
there, his dick out.
I don't know if I'd be mad in that case.
It's
'cause
not. It didn't make me mad. It was just more like you're fucking weird, dude.
impossible. Yeah,
Impossible, because there was an open stall.
At Oakland, at one point, they just took the doors off the stall.
They did that at McGavick.
What?
Yeah,
They did
just
that at
took the doors
McGavick.
off.
Yeah.
I just never used the bathrooms at McGavick, but they did that at McGavick too.
They also had gates that like they would
Never
shut them
took
during
a shit in high
classes.
school.
I did down by the band room.
Oh yeah, there was that one. There was
literally-
that one toilet. Yeah, because it was.
I
Like
used the
it was like a-
teacher bathrooms because they didn't fucking lock those either.
Yeah.
So I just go into the third, start doing my business, whatever. I'm just on my phone, and all of a sudden, that guy next to me in that stall with the door wide open just starts playing music
Out
through his
loud.
phone.
Was
No.
it good?
No, it was SoundCloud rapping.
He was just wanting you to listen.
So
Is it his?
no,
You know?
it was his friends,
Okay. Plug my friend.
and I was like, Jesus.
He's a good
I
buddy.
was just like, Jesus Christ. I mean, I guess. I mean, what am I gonna do? It's like, shut up. Knock on the door or knock on the wall.
Maybe if there was some anonymity there. Like if I was in the bathroom at my work and I didn't know who was in the stall next to me, if they started playing their music out fucking loud, I'd be like, "Hey, stop it, sir!" You know, and I'd like anything.
But the story continues because a third guy comes in, and the poor guy had to use the water stall. But he did the same thing I did. He does the sweep. He's like, all right, third stall. And he walks past and he's like, oh, shit. You just hanging out, aren't you? And he's like, yeah, I'm just hanging out. and then, like, they start sitting. So he goes to the last stall and they just start having a conversation. It's like, man, everyone got shit today, huh? Like, he's like, yeah, them coffee and cigarettes, you just get to me. And they're just having this fucking talk. I'm like,
What is it? Do cigarettes make you shit?
I don't fucking know,
I don't
man.
smoke cigarettes.
As someone that's not a smoker, do cigarettes make you shit?
They do not.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to be sure that cigarettes weren't a laxative.
Coffee, I understand.
Yeah.
And so, now I'm just sat there. I don't want to go past that guy again. So I just sit in there. And that guy stays in the bathroom for 40 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, like,
So I'm
I
just...
get that.
He's posted up.
He's
I think we've
posted
all had
up.
that moment before.
So
I've had that moment where I'm just like, I don't want to be at work.
I was like, I just don't want to walk past this guy again. Like, I'm pinned into this bathroom because I don't want to walk past this guy with his dick out.
See,
Just
okay.
in the stall.
You know how I mentioned cameras earlier, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Fucking.
Uh-oh.
So whenever I go to the bathroom and to shoe, and I specifically go to ones inside the stew, just so, and on the second floor because not many people go to those bathrooms. It's on the side where the ballroom is. Because if I have to take a shit, I don't want like somebody else hearing. Like I feel like I can't shit and have somebody hear a turd hit the water in my toilet, and they'd be like, "Who the fuck in there shit?"
Dude, again,
But
as someone with IBS, I just got used to it.
Yeah. because like I don't normally use public restrooms, so like whenever I do have to use it, I'm like really self-conscious.
My standards of like restrooms have severely dropped since I like
Dude,
have to use.
But
I worked yesterday. I had one dude. Sorry.
Let him get his story real quick.
So basically, whenever I'm about to shit, I'm like, God damn it, I can't because there's somebody else in here. I can hear them, and then I hear a toilet flush. What I'll do, and I know it's only me and that other guy in there, I'll take my phone, I'll put it right where my legs are, where he can't really see it. If like
and see if he's in there still.
So I would turn my camera and have it to where I can just like turn it 360 and see is anybody's feet.
Like periscoping.
Yeah. I'm not like, hey bro, you shit, bro? No, I ain't. I'm not like
just
that.
so you can see underneath.
But so you don't have to go down and look yourself.
I'm not like breaking my back with turds falling out my ass.
Yeah. Squatty potty in there.
I had one dude yesterday at work. I was cleaning the bathrooms, and we only have one stall at Nuke's in the men's restroom, and I walk in, and as soon as I walk in, I hear thunk.
He's duking this poop.
I've been in the stalls before when I'm like sitting there and I do hear someone's like camera noise go off. I'm super paranoid that like anyone's ever going to stick a phone over the stall and take a picture. But like I've been in the stall before and I've just like heard the like little like picture taking noise. And like I looked around, that was my first thought, but then I was like, is he taking like dick pics? Is he taking pictures of his poop? What is he doing?
Dude, look at this poop.
It's impressive.
I mean, some people do diarrhea.
Well, my friend sends
diarrhea.
My friend sends me like Snapchats every now and then where he'll just be like, "Hey, bro, what's good?" And the picture's just his fucking feet at the toilet, him like sitting down, and then like his pants around his ankle. Not his dick.
That's fine.
Yeah, so that's maybe what it is.
Maybe.
It's just
He's just a bro. It's a bro.
I do wish that like. I don't know, I do kind of want to be able to just, like, send pictures of, like, me just peeing except for him.
Putting my dick in frame.
Like the tip in frame while I'm peeing.
To be honest, that wouldn't be the weirdest thing that you've ever
I
done.
guess that's
You've
fair.
sent
I think it's
someone
funny.
here a
Don't do
picture
it.
of an
But-
asshole. I mean, sure you can send it.
That wasn't my asshole.
I hate you.
He was so mad about it.
I was upset visibly.
He like
You sent me a butthole. I was not in a good mood that day already, and I was like, I'm not dealing with this shit right now.
me and Cassie were sat there just because we were talking to you somehow.
Well,
I think
don't
he was
Cassie-
he was around doing stuff. I
was waiting on him to get on Xbox or on PlayStation because he had been like, I'm gonna get on,
Yeah,
and like it had been like 30 minutes,
and fucking, you say I'm gonna send him a picture of my asshole.
But then I think he was like working out or taking a shower or
he
something.
was just doing his thing where he paced around the
At
house
this
doing
point,
stuff.
though, he had like gotten done doing that. Like he was
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna do the shower and then I'll hop on. But then I heard him in the background of yours, and I was like, oh, so he's done. Why is he not on?
And he sent it to him, and he got so mad. He's like, he looked at his phone, he's like, what the fuck? And he just slammed his phone on the table. I'm like, oh my God.
Like I literally just got onto like our men's buttholes, and then like found a butthole picture that I could pass as mine.
You were like, oh, he won't believe that.
I was like, that's a hairy butthole. That's probably what mine looks like. And send it to me.
So, on the topic of
Who
shit.
here knows what their butthole looks like?
No one.
No one.
No one. Okay, just wondering.
I have one more story. It's not really even a story. It's just a fucking weird occurrence that happened when I was in the bathroom.
Butthole fell out.
Same bathroom.
You saw your butthole.
No. I was just there, doing the same stuff, third stall, never the other two.
Yeah.
And I just hear the fucking door just swing wide open. Dude knocks over the fucking trash can and just like it's a weird turn of it's a weird event. I don't know what the fuck.
You're already like, oh shit.
Like, I'm
Like, what the hell is happening? And I think he hit the fucking paper towel dispenser at the same time. He like turned on the sink, like 3 sinks, went into the first stall, the blood stall, and fucking slammed the door, shook the whole fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
Then there was silence. Then there was piss. Then a flush. They just fucking opened the door to that fucking stall, like swung it wide open. I know because I heard the creak of it and it like fucking shook the whole goddamn thing again. And then he went over, I heard water, like hands in the sink,
Just real fucking
smacking of the fucking paper towel machine, him tossing the trash can back up and slamming the door on the way out, and I was like,
He was in a bad
That
mood.
man had to
I was
go.
like, what the fuck?
Well, that didn't even
just
sound like
happened?
he had to go too
He had
bad.
some
That just sounded like
problems.
a really shitty mood.
Yeah, that man was in Neanderthal.
And
You're my fucking cinnamon apple.
The one thing that really just confuses me about that story is like, why turn on the 3 sinks?
Do you think it was an alien?
You turned on all 3. I
He
didn't even
turned
notice
3
that part.
sinks. Yeah, he turned on all.
Did he leave them all on, or did he?
Yes.
Or was he just like?
Suicides like all through all of them.
Yeah.
It's
Like when
like,
you're at a CC's Pizza and you're just like,
yeah, so catch you up because you kind of like zoned out. Slammed open the door, knocked over the fucking trash can, smacked
turned on
the
all
fucking,
3. the paper
smacked
towel.
the fucking paper towel machine,
Got 'em
turned on
ready.
3 sinks, and
I
then
like that
went
he
to
got the paper
bathroom.
towels ready. He was like, I'm gonna need these.
He didn't use it. He hit it. I think
No, but he like
fucking-
got him ready for when he
I
washed
think
his
he
hands
fell
afterwards.
into the fucking trash can.
I said this man had to go. He was in a hurry.
He was just fucking
Man, that
pissed.
sounds.
Why didn't he go to a urinal? He just pissed.
Yeah, well, and that's the
It's a confusing thing.
that
I
makes me mad.
experienced.
That makes me mad purely because of how often I have to poop. And
It's
because
just the guy from Venom. He like actually finds out that Venom's inside of him, and he's like trying to wash his face. He's fucking flipping around
And
the
I
bathroom.
Tries to piss him out, you know.
I was in film school, so I thought maybe they were filming something. I go outside thinking like I'm gonna see like
A crew.
a crew of people just out here doing weird shit, and they just didn't think someone was in the bathroom because I'm quiet in there.
maybe he wanted a cigarette.
And
He had to hit his jewel.
whatever that means. And
Oh yeah, he had to hit his jewels.
and I looked, there's that fucking hallway's bare, and I was like, what? Just like, well, what did I experience? Like I didn't look.
Was
for
it a ghost?
Yeah, like am I fucking freaking out right now?
Did you ever find out if someone was mad that day?
No.
NFI, more like Nashville Phantom Institute.
Yeah,
all a dream.
spooky.
Phantom with an F.
Yeah. Yeah, what else does Phantom start with?
Yeah, guys. Anyway, speaking of weird bathroom experiences, my next question has nothing to do with it.
All right.
We were on the subject of anime, and I feel like it's an appropriate question that everybody here lets me know who their top waifu is.
Fuck.
Fuck! Oh my god!
Oh no.
Like the
From anything or cartoons?
the
or
one
anime?
true waifu.
Video games?
Stick to cartoons and anime, just to keep it on topic. Silence.
Yeah,
the one
I-
true.
silence.
Mine's Hinata. I'm pretty basic. That's my one true waifu. She's great. She's powerful. She's shy. It's cute. She's a hot mom. If you
I
watch
call going
Naruto.
last.
I'm gonna have to say Big Hands Girl from My Hero.
Big hands, girl.
Yeah, the
Hands
redhead from Class 1B.
Yeah, she's cute.
Oh,
She's
yeah,
cute.
yeah, yeah.
She got big hands.
I'm 100% going Austin from Sword Art.
Nice.
Fucking A, Billy.
Okay, I feel better
No,
about
that's-
Hinata.
Listen,
Why is that
that's,
bad?
That matches Billy. Fucking
No,
he's a sweet boy.
it fits you well.
It's-
Knowing you as a person, yes. Not in a bad way. You're just
Grant's just making this
you're-
face of like
you're a
it's the
sweet
bad way.
dude. She's a sweet character. It makes sense.
Makes sense.
Billy's a sweet dude, guys.
Whenever I think of people's like waifus and stuff like that, I kind of think of like what would their life be if they were like actually together or something. And I feel like that would really fit. Honestly, just thinking from the episodes of when they were inside the house together and they were like doing the whole Nui thing with the daughter. So
Yeah, Nui's the weird daughter.
You-
Hinata would be making.
Is it
me-
Yui?
Is it Yui? Is it Nui? I thought it was
You,
It's Yui.
Quad.
It's Yui.
User interface. It's user interface.
User interface.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Something Japanese. So like.
Oh, I never put
Yeah.
that together. That's fucking hilarious. Good
Yeah.
on him.
I never put that together either. But yeah, I think Austin is pretty fucking
Oh, fuck.
Hinata would be making me ramen and shit. It'd be great.
She's the ramen goddess of Ichiraku.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. She beat Naruto in a ramen.
I'm trying to.
Yeah.
I
She's
think-
better than Choji and his own
Yeah.
daughter.
Yeah. And Choji is a goddamn
Grant's
beast.
got so many people. going
Dude,
through
this
his
is so tough. Like, I didn't think it'd be this tough, B.
What'd you say yours was?
I said Big Hands Girl from My Hero, but you know, I'm on this fucking Kill la Kill
Yeah, I
thing.
thought it was gonna be like Rika or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, I could see her as well. Yeah, I like that one. She's a feisty bitch. I love it.
What is her name? Shit, I know mine.
From what?
You haven't seen it.
Okay, well,
I don't think. Have you seen Kid Sniper?
No.
Yeah.
Jared just pulled that hipster anime card.
It's fucking.
It's not even hipster.
Low key, it's not. It's you're not.
She
there.
goes to a different school.
She goes to a different school. She's in Canada.
You just haven't seen it.
She's my real girlfriend. She goes through another school.
She's from Canada. She comes down during the summers. I got on R hentai to see if anything gets sparked. Like if I pick video games.
Wouldn't that narrow it down?
You can include video games.
Y'all said just anime and cartoons.
I mean, we can break that.
No, if he breaks
Hell
it.
yeah, I do the name. Nariko Sanozaki. Kid Sniper. Best Kudere character in the entire world. And she's beautiful if you can see the pictures over there. Oh shit. Yeah.
She does look like a babe.
Pull up a
She is.
big screen picture of that girl.
Doesn't?
Yeah.
She's cute.
Nice.
Is that anime any good?
Yeah.
What anime is it?
You don't have to like the anime to fucking
Is that
like
anime?
her.
If I can go video games, I'm probably going Tharja from Fire Emblem. But that's me.
It's that counts.
I'm more of the like
No.
samurai girl. Can't remember her fucking name at the moment for some reason.
Yeah, I mean she's like kind of the yandere girl, so I'm going Tharja.
She's thick too.
This has
Tharja.
been
That's it.
everyone's anime waifu.
Dude, fucking.
Sorry, that was just a clap for the sake of being clap, and if you for clapping. If you guys haven't caught on at this point, half the time we're clapping, it's because that's something we need to cut out, or we cut out a part, and that's where we need to come back in.
If you hear the clap.
So if you actually catch that clap, that's because we said we probably need to cut that out, but decided we weren't going to. So
We just had a
Or
serious
just
look
fucking
in.
memeing.
or we're just memeing.
Yeah, or
memeing
we're
around.
just being dicks.
Hey, hit us up on Twitter with hashtag catch that clap.
No. Don't.
I mean, is that it can't be
Please
a very
act-
active hashtag.
is that
I'm gonna
anything
Google it.
already?
I'm gonna-
Please at specifically Jared.
Here's a little bit of a group question.
Yeah?
Seeing as we were talking about Voltron earlier and stuff like
Yep,
that,
yep, yep.
if we all had Zords or like Voltron,
What are we talking about? Zords, is it like the animal ones? Where like, they're like an animal
you know, like the
robot?
Power Ranger Voltron. I forget if Voltron if they're animal machines and they turn into a big thing, or if they're just separate machines
how
that
many
turn into a
are
big thing. But
I think there's
either
5 of
way,
us.
if we made
I think it's typically 5.
a giant mecha, right?
Yeah.
But then we all had separate robots. One, what would your separate robot look like? And two, what parts of the Zord would we be?
Right hand.
You would be the right arm.
Yeah.
We'll just say two of us are an arm each. Like each one of us is arm, one of us is the legs, and one of us is the. Well, I guess no. Somebody's the legs, somebody's the arms,
someone's the
someone's
head.
head, and someone's the chest. But that's
Well,
only-
someone doesn't have to be the torso. Like, we could all come together to make the torso. That should be like the part that we all make.
Well, you can add us at that hashtag catch that clap because there's only 2 tweets using that.
Hey, add us with that hashtag catch that clap if you catch that clap and you want to know what that clap was. We might tell you what that clap
All right,
was.
so each one of us is a leg, each one of us is an arm, and somebody's the head.
I call head.
What?
I guess. Right? And if the robot's all coming together to make the middle piece.
Personality-wise,
I want to
think
be an arm.
yeah, I mean, I would be... Hold on.
Grant is making a stance as if he's a Voltron right now.
Well, no, I'm like weapon holding.
Is anybody here left-handed?
No.
Okay,
Okay, I want to be the left arm. Oliver, you can be right arm.
that's fine.
You get to be dominant arm.
And then,
I'm going head.
you call the head, you want to be the head?
Yeah.
Are we just calling body parts now?
No, I would almost say that Billy would be head because
But-
Billy's like the fucking.
Yeah. Who?
Billy doesn't boil over an emotion. You do. All they gotta do
What do you
is
mean boil over an emotion?
Because
What the fuck did you say? to me?
if we are
Oh
robot,
gosh!
if we
Nobody heard that. No,
if we in a robot fight and someone insults your fucking waifu, You gonna get mad.
So
you gonna go berserk.
Giles and Jared are the
You
legs.
gonna go primal mode.
Me and Grant are the arms, and Billy
So the most
is
angry
the
people
are the legs.
are the legs.
You get us there faster because you're mad.
We be kicking.
But you guys.
We be kicking.
We be kicking.
We
This
box.
Zord's about to
Okay.
drop kick people.
If we
We're
were
we're using shoot style.
if
I
we
do
were
like-
an animal beforehand, like
Yeah,
if
sure.
our mech was an animal, what animal would we base our mech on?
Yeah, that's
That's a
also
fair
interesting.
I'm a
Do we-
leg.
no,
which,
no.
which leg do you want to be?
You choose.
Well, you
I'll
can
be
pick
left.
what animal would you be like before you turned into?
Do we
a leg?
do we want to base this off of what like
The Power Rangers?
had?
No,
Or-
no. Just like what would you, if you
Oh,
had,
damn,
if someone
I
was
don't
like
know.
if someone was like, oh Billy, I'm gonna make you a mech. What animal do you want it to be?
I thought you were gonna say, Billy, I'm about to come.
Billy, I'm about to clap those cheeks.
And I'm gonna make you a mech afterwards. What do you want my to look like?
Wizard claps Billy's cheeks. It's the wizard that makes us a mech. Catch that clap. No, I think I would go with like a leopard or maybe some kind of lion.
What if you for a leg?
No. The attribute doesn't have to apply to the legs.
Okay,
It's whatever you want the
I
animal.
thought you wanted to speak.
Yeah.
I just think like mech lion would be cool. Got that cool mane that's made out of metal. Or a lizard. I think you do some cool stuff with lizard. Maybe like maybe your mech has like camouflage abilities.
I want my mech to be a giant snapping turtle.
That would be cool, like a big like alligator snapping turtle.
Yeah.
That'd be
It's got
dope.
like a big tail.
Oh, then you being the right arm, if anything, you could like be the shield. You
Yeah.
have that as
that'd
like
be
the
really
shield
dope.
on your arm.
That'd be dumb as fuck. Yeah, that's me, mech snapping turtle. And the fun part is that there's rockets on the back, so he's not
Like a
slow.
Blastoise.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like to
Yeah, like to
propel him.
propel him. Yeah, so he can snap at a motherfucker.
Did you like that video I posted? Real quick. Did you like that video I posted on Twitter? The fucking snapping turtle where the dude just like, ooh, and it
Yeah.
just fucking,
Oh yeah, it just fucking.
Yeah,
it's like, ah.
That could have been worse.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he could have lost his goddamn nose.
What about you, Billy?
Come back to me. I'm not sure.
Okay, what about you?
That's gonna be fucking awful. I don't even know. Either a pangolin, because those bipedal bastards.
Did you just say a pangolin?
Yes.
Pangolin, yeah.
Yeah, pangolin.
You know what a pangolin is?
No.
Pangolin. Let me look up a pangolin.
Look up that picture
God,
of that
God,
cute boy.
That
Either
sweet
that
ass boy.
or a serval.
Oh what?
Serval.
What are either of those?
Pull up on your second monitor a serval.
Here's a pangolin.
Those are pangolins.
Oh, it's like an armadillo.
Oh, that's my
Kinda
favorite
like-
animal of all.
It's kind of like a sand shrew.
Yeah, it looks like his hand.
We're gonna be the weirdest little group of animals.
What's the other one? A
Serval. Serval. I mean VAL. Yeah, VAL.
Yeah, it's like a big cat with tall legs.
Small cat.
Well, it's a small cat, but it's got tall legs.
Yeah.
It's a tall cat.
Yeah.
It's a glamorous little kitty.
All right.
Yeah, you can have that as a pet
Giles.
sometimes.
Easy enough, just big old bear.
Bear would be cool, yeah.
Big old
bear.
I
All
could
right.
be bipedal and fuck get him.
Roar.
All right, Billy, you're not the you're the only one that's not answered.
Pressure.
I don't know. I'd like to be something that flies. Like not.
On your own, I guess we would need like if we're like doing a team dynamic, we still
Yeah.
don't got anything that flies.
A wingle.
No.
Well, and then we could
Pokemon?
and then like we could all we could.
I thought it was a real.
No.
I was
A wingle
thinking
is
of
a
birds.
Pokemon.
So a seagull.
I was thinking of birds, and I was just like, dude, wingle.
No, like
This
because
is
then
what
we could
happens
like
when you go
we could
full
all form
weed.
the body, and then him being the head would just like fly and be like, oh, and then like land where the head be.
I want us to be waiting for him to come in, and he
We're like-
flies in, hits the top, and we all just fall over. Fuck.
Billy, you goofed it.
Billy, you goofed it. You really fucked
it up.
Why do we have an accent?
I don't fucking know.
I don't fucking know.
I don't know. I think I'd go with like a raven or something because I'd say eagle, but eagles are fucking stupid.
You do a spider, that way you like climb up the back and up to the head.
I detach immediately.
You'd be like, I'm out.
Yeah.
That's why our team would be, instead of Voltron, it'd be Revoltron, because we're looking for Revoltron.
Honestly, that spider mech would be cool.
That would be fucking cool.
That would be so cool.
Dude, search thing.
Okay, give me that. Hey, search something.
You mean Google?
hey, not sponsored. We're not sponsored.
Yeah, just say Bing. No one believe us.
Yeah.
Spider Riders, the anime.
Holy shit.
Spider Riders, the anime.
Here, I'm gonna see something, because I've just been like, let me try Bing real quick.
Spider Riders, the anime, guys.
Yes.
I didn't think it was real.
We are Spider Riders. Oh, dude, you already know that shit did not slap.
So, like, if I go to Bing and I type in Spider Riders and go over to images, do I get nudity? Because I feel like that's what Bing is used for. I guess not. That's weird.
Bing isn't used for nudity.
I feel like it is. But I was curious if I typed in Spider Riders on Bing, that I'd get, like, hentai or something.
Alright. Well, I got one more big question that
What's
I
that?
wanted to throw out today.
Yeah, give it to us, ugly.
It's kind of a two-parter.
Okay. Like a yes and why, or like...
No, it's kind of like if you answer the first question a certain way, there's like a follow-up question.
Okay.
The first question is, do you believe that there are aliens
Yes.
Yes.
in general?
Yes.
Somewhere.
The universe is way too big for there not to be anything like
Intelligent.
for there not to be anything similar to us.
Mhm.
There's no way that we are the only like planet in this giant
So
fucking
since
galaxy.
we all fucking agree, should we save that for a whole episode?
I don't know if we can make a whole episode.
Dude, we can talk about
that.
conspiracy theories and
We
shit.
could talk about conspiracy theories.
I
All
feel
right,
like
but if you had to imagine, we'll keep it short. We'll make this question a little shorter. We won't get into lifestyle or anything. What do you think they look like? If you had to pick what an intelligent life form would look like, do you think they're bipedal like us? Do you think they got the same kind of like limbs?
Maybe
Do
not
you think-
bipedal, but I figured they have a similar system to us. If they're just as advanced as us,
Yeah, they
You
just live
gotta
somewhere
think-
else in the universe.
yeah, you got to think that like they're at least somewhat on the similar evolutionary path as us.
Mm-hmm.
So like I figure they're somewhat humanoid. I mean, not to say they only have 2 legs. Maybe they've got like 4 legs, 4 arms. I don't know. But like you got to figure like evolutionary wise to get where we are, they have to be similar. Considering everything that's on Earth right now that has not made it as far as us.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think so.
You know,
The
well, I
only
mean, they
reason-
could be anything.
The only reason why I think that is because, well, let me ask this first: is their planet the same type of makeup as Earth? Because if it's not, they're not the same at all. Because
Well, yeah, no, I mean-
the influence of how gravity works, all that stuff that will influence how you grow.
So
as
the
well.
way I took this, if I'm understanding
Yeah,
it
yeah.
right, they're just as advanced as us, just somewhere else, right?
Yeah, they're just well.
So I feel like you
get
can
on
be just
that.
advanced as us, but still have the properties that Earth has
That's the beauty of aliens, though. Really, is like
Aliens are fucking beautiful, regardless.
whether or not
fucking
whether or not we can describe what they might actually look like. It could be tons of things, because if the planet isn't livable for us, and it's livable for them, I agree. They could look like
because
totally
when
different
people
things.
say, "Oh, aliens are going to be these bipedal like things with
So,
arms
okay,
and stuff,"
say-
and like the gray alien, it's like I think that they're thinking too close-minded, where they're just like, okay, everything looks like humans,
Real quick then. Say there's more gravity on this planet. What do you think they have adapted to?
Being stronger than us.
Do you think they've gotten stronger? Or do you think they've adapted to not have limbs, and in that case don't need
like
that
a
to support them?
denser body.
Yeah, or like more sluggish. Like they don't need. I mean, they don't need legs. Like if they don't need to support themselves on legs, then they don't have to worry about being stronger. It's easier to slither around or anything like that.
Snake aliens.
Or sluggish. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like gravity, really.
Yeah, gravity's a big one. That's about all I can
Because
think
they can either turn into like a slithering thing like a snake, or they can develop even stronger legs, or have a stronger base of 4 legs.
Because
That's one thing I've always been interested to like. I want to see more of in sci-fi is where it's like they travel from planet to planet, but they don't ever show the difference in gravity and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I would love for like a movie to show them traveling to a bigger
Hitchhiker's
planet.
Guide to the Galaxy kind of touches that.
Hitchhikers does that, and then like
They don't really talk about planets that have heavier gravity. They always talk about planets that have lighter.
Yeah.
Lighter. And it's.
Hitchhikers did that. Hitchhikers did heavier.
But it's only one movie. I want more.
Yeah. And then I know, I mean, not specifically gravity, but like War of the Worlds whole thing is like, yeah, our atmosphere and their atmosphere are not the same.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I guess they came here during the time of dinosaurs when the atmosphere was perfect, and when they rose up, they were like, oh shit, this atmosphere is not the same as it was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they could be anything. I don't really care about all those theories of like reptilians, bro. No, I don't really care about all that.
We'll
stuff.
get into that again with our conspiracies.
Yeah, I don't care about those, and I don't care about like the fact that like, oh, there are tiers of aliens. There's aliens that have wings, and I don't know why I have an Alex Jones impression, but
Because you're talking conspiracies.
yeah. I feel like there's aliens and wings, and then there's reptilians, and then there's the other ones that.
I also think like if there's a more advanced species than humans, I don't even think that they like have a shape.
Yeah.
I think that they are maybe like, if anything, like a nervous system.
Yeah, it's like that cloud that sings Moon Man. And
Yeah.
So you think
A
that's
gaseous
like
form.
you think that's like the future of like higher intelligence evolution though?
It doesn't even have to necessarily be the
Eventually?
future. It could be that they're just like that.
Different
but less.
evolution. Yeah. They've evolved to need less.
Well, I honestly think more than anything, any type of like alien life we may come across or anything may not be in the form of like a civilized, civilized society or anything. I think it'll be more in the basis of like just living organisms. And
I think as far as humans specifically go, I think evolutionarily wise, like we're eventually going to get bigger heads, and I think our eyes are going to get smaller.
Why small?
Because we don't need to rely on them for survival as much.
how's that?
Well, we're not in the fucking wild. Like, we're not like, we don't need to see in the dark. I think like our eyes will just eventually become like, I don't know, less important for like getting around in nature. But I've also heard the other way around, where they could get bigger. I don't know. I just don't think we rely on our eyes to live as much as, say, we did when we were Neanderthals.
I mean, I think compared to other compared to other species, we use sight a lot more because we don't have the same kind of senses that other species have.
Because if you strip all the technological advancements that we've had, and it's like just over evolutionary stuff, like.
But I think eventually, like, evolutionarily wise, we'll rely more on language.
On language.
Yeah.
But how would language get you around?
Get you around?
Just walking around.
I mean, hearing in general, I guess. But
Hearing. Okay.
Yeah, I just don't think humans have the like sight's our strongest sense pretty much when it comes to navigation and things like that.
I could also see it going the other way to where we develop better eyes, different wavelengths of color and things like that. And I guess make.
I don't think our eyes are going away.
No, I don't think they'll go away, but I think they'll. I don't know. They like might get better, but smaller.
We're just gonna keep getting bigger. I know that.
Yeah.
We're
I mean, I know. Yeah, that we're gonna get larger.
much larger because if you think about like all the heights of people back.
If
in
one
the old days.
if one human sense had to go away, what do you think it would be first? Though?
If we lost one due
Smell.
to evolution,
You think it'd be smell?
Smell definitely.
Yeah, I guess that makes more
Most
sense.
likely.
Smell or
It's because I
Smell
know a lot of
plays a
people
role.
I know a lot of people who live without smell, and they're just fine.
yeah, I was about to say, but like how like
Smell
what does,
plays a role in things. I feel like smell would like.
But how often do you use smell for survival?
It would go smell, tasting, hear, sight.
Well, taste and smell are like this.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they're right next to it.
And
Like,
if smell goes,
when you lose your
taste
sense of
is gone.
smell, you lose a lot of your sense of taste.
Yeah.
Because your taste buds honestly only depict like 5 things, and then your nose is
Picks
what's.
up a lot.
That's why when people say
Making
like this, like
differences.
something tastes like it smells, it's
Yeah.
because they're so closely tied together.
And
Right next
that's
to
why when people take medicine, they hold their nose.
Yeah.
Or, cough syrup or something when people do.
So I could see smell going first.
I just feel like, if smell did go first, I feel like it would make a weird, I feel like we would care so much less about food as a people. Like, we would stop making extravagant food
Mhm.
very quickly. And it would...
I mean, of
would-
course, that's a
food-
trending thing right now. But like in longevity of the human race, I'm sure eventually we will stop caring about. Like when people stop caring about food as like something that like they want to do, and it's more of like it's a human survival thing that I don't want.
Because like Soylent is already a big trend.
Yeah,
like people are like, oh, you just drink this.
And if smell goes out, that's a huge industry of things gone.
Yeah.
Even though they'd probably be by that time like taking over.
We would take over. Well, at that point, we'd probably like be on that thing where we're like taking a pill for sustenance instead of like genuinely eating.
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know.
And then taste would then go away.
I feel like you don't think about the things that you've used, like, to sense with the smell, like smelling a fire or like smelling like that food smells weird. Like, because that's a big way we figure out if food is bad or not.
Well, it's like, I was thinking about this recently. Like, how fucked do you really think you would be if you lost the ability to jump? You could still run, you could still walk, but your leg, like the muscles in your legs, kept you from being able to jump.
If you never went outside.
How often do you as a person jump?
I mean, I feel like if you could still run and walk and stuff like that, you'd still have the ability to jump. Mm-hmm. Just because it requires the same muscles as walking and jumping.
No, again, I'm just saying, I have no background for this. I'm just saying, magic happens, you cannot jump. How fucked are you?
Well, if you can't jump, you can't do a lot of things then.
Yeah,
like what?
Like leg-wise in general, because there's some things that you can do.
Magic happens. I'm not saying biologically your muscles, blah, blah, blah. I'm saying, like, magic happens, you cannot jump.
You're just saying.
They get rid of the jump function in this game.
You, like, as far as gravity goes, the second, like, you try to bring both your feet off the ground, gravity's just like, you're staying down.
Can you not fall down?
No, you can fall down still.
You just can't make your body go up.
You cannot do jumping.
So just like something bad happened when you try?
No, you just can't.
Okay.
Stop
I don't know why y'all are having
Stop blowing holes in Grant's thing.
It's just that you cannot.
I'm processing what it would be like.
Yeah.
And I just want to know if there are
kids.
ramifications.
Well,
you got
gymnasts
rid of
and
the jump
parkourists
button.
would be pretty pissed off.
What?
Gymnasts and parkourists would be pretty pissed off.
Well, then parkourists would have more of the challenge of like, all right, now purely got to use my upper body to climb.
They just become rock climbers at that point.
Yeah.
Like, they wouldn't even really be parkours because you kind of have to.
It just wouldn't be a problem until it definitely was.
That's
like,
the
it would
thing.
just be
Yeah.
situation where it's like you have to or you're gonna die, and it would be like I'm gonna die then.
I cannot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that
The
would
NBA would
just
be boring as fuck.
Can you
Just
fall
people
off
running
things?
around.
Can you jump on trampolines though?
To be fair,
Because technically
You cannot jump.
they
Again,
are
magic-
moving you up instead of you.
They are
actually
moving
jumping.
you up,
But you're using your.
but
legs
you
to
have
do it.
to jump onto a trampoline to jump.
What if you just fall
You
down
can fall
onto it?
off of a high area onto it.
Yeah, but you're not jumping.
That's not jumping. That's bouncing.
You're bouncing.
You're bouncing, but I was just trying to see if you can actually just
If you fell onto a trampoline,
If you
sure.
fell onto
if
a
you tried to
trampoline-
jump on a trampoline, would not work.
Because if your trampoline's down
Look,
there, you can still do jump.
It's like if you
can bounce back into that thing.
if
don't have
you
to jump.
fall on a trampoline, you'll just bounce until you.
Your
stop.
body would bounce until you stop, but if you got up and tried to jump, it would not work.
We have gotten in strange.
But okay, so we
This is the miscellaneous episode.
we have decided that you can fall off of something still.
Yeah.
Yes, because it doesn't involve jumping. You
Yeah,
just
yeah,
walk
it
off
just-
of something.
It just wouldn't be a problem until it definitely was.
So you would build a hole that's just high enough to where you had to jump, and then you would torture your enemies.
You can climb out.
Yeah, well,
No,
if
no,
you
no, no, no,
could,
you couldn't.
yeah, I was about to say,
Yeah.
if you had the upper body strength or the leverage to climb
If
out.
it's just like, oh, we're gonna torture this man by putting him into like just a solid wall hole to where he can't even reach to the tip of it, and he can't climb out because it's just like smooth
You
wall
can't
or
jump.
anything. You can't.
You
do
can
that.
put your leg on the wall
It's
and
too
put
big
your
for
other
that.
leg on the wall because that's not jumping, that's climbing.
No, it's too big for it.
too big. Yeah, we're fucked.
Yeah.
You're fucked even if you can jump right
No,
now.
but you
Like,
can. If you were able to jump, you'd be able to grab the edge. But
well, in
since
that,
you can't,
in that whole weird scenario where someone dug a hole for me, they would have just made it deeper.
what?
No, but I was just thinking about that. I was like, if one human ability that I lost, that I was like, that would be uncomfortable. But like,
It'd ruin my career path.
wait, hold on. What is your career path?
No. It could ruin a potential career path.
Okay, I was like, what are you trying to be?
A jumper.
A jumper.
A basketball player.
Okay, I think we're gonna call it wraps. We've been going for a minute. If you've got any suggestions or anything for us, you can send them to us at braindeadpodcastofficial@gmail.com, or you can hit us up at our Twitter at the BDP Official. Thank you guys for listening. This has been the 3rd episode of the Brain Dead Podcast.